Morning, people. Oh, okay. Morning. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week. It is the 19th of April. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. Everyone's here today. So let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Marks from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
As always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
Hi, it's your girl Justine, representing the Black Queens in the fitness scene. Ow.
Period.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That is right, man. Oh, do you know, you missed when E-Man's melanin with chow.
It was not jam-packed.
Oh, no, it wasn't. There was no impact. It was like below half.
What happened?
It was nearly empty. He was just wilding. There was a week he was just wilding.
Allegedly.
The people were revoking the melanin up everywhere.
I can see that
Crazy.
happening.
Yeah.
The people have no authority to revoke my melanin.
Guess what? You were coming here looking paler. It's
So
always
what
being
did you
revoked.
do?
I remember.
I can't remember, you
Of course
know.
you don't.
That's the thing with everyday show. I can't remember. Well, I remember what happened yesterday. But Wednesday, I couldn't tell you, mate.
Same.
Couldn't tell you.
On Tuesday, I thought it was Wednesday.
That's the worst thing. There was a girl that tweeted yesterday. She was like, oh my gosh, guys, we finally made it. It's Friday. Someone said, oh, I'm so
Thursday's
sorry.
Friday in
It's
some
not
circles
Friday.
anyway, so.
No, it was definitely Thursday where she was. And someone was like, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. Girl, it ain't. It ain't. Morning, Brent.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
I am blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. For everybody who has registered the interest to invest so far, you guys are absolutely amazing. It's been
Big up,
overwhelming.
y'all. Can we get some horns for them, please, Brent? Thank you very much. Big up, y'all.
Y'all are actually literally doing exactly what it is you guys are saying. So I love that.
Beautiful.
Love that. I even love one of them said, looking forward to partnering with y'all.
Okay.
I love that. I love that
Working
language.
in purpose, honey.
Love the language. And it's only going to get better.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Anyway,
All right, Cruella. Why did you laugh like that?
it's because we've got a whole rollout.
We do, you know. We do. Like, we
Got a
actually
whole
do.
thing planned.
That's like a little speck of
a
everything.
little sprinkle. I mean, they ain't seen yet.
You ain't got
They ain't
yeah.
seen yet.
You don't
So
even know.
for those who've even invested already off the back of us, just
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
you guys are the real ones.
You're going to blow your
We're
pennies
building,
out.
we're building something special.
Absolutely.
All right. Good morning, David and L. Good morning, Dwayne.
Morning, Dwayne.
Good morning,
Fine
Charles
self.
Mack. 100%. Good morning, Christine.
BOE.
Good morning, Anthony Hansen.
That
Good
will
morning,
always be
Palwa. Good morning, Emmy Snow Globe. Good morning,
Morning, Emmy.
Noreen. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Bella.
Morning,
Oh,
girl.
I don't think I've seen you
Oh,
before.
I've never heard Bella. Morning, Bella.
Morning. Good morning, Davina. Hi, everyone.
Morning,
My daughter's
Davina. I hope you're
operation
good.
went well. She has been
wonderful.
well since.
Oh,
The hospital
beautiful.
is now working towards discharge.
Amen.
If she is stable and continues to improve, should be within a week.
And she will be stable and she will
Amen
continue.
and amen.
Amen.
Lovely.
Big up Davina.
Good morning, Cindy A. Good morning, and I said that already. Good morning, RJ. Good morning, Just C. August. Good morning, Rusty. Good morning, Star Crow. Good morning,
Don't afterwards.
Delvin. Delvin Price. Is that the first time I've seen that name?
That is. I've never heard that name
All right,
before.
then.
Big up Delvin.
Bless. Morning,
Oh,
Kurt
there's
Crew.
new people forwarding out now. 'cause they
Listen.
want the investors
It's not a joke.
The investors are showing up. We got bare silent. You know, like the community is like big. There's bare
Yeah.
silent people
Hello.
that like they got like social anxiety, or they're just shy, or they
Yeah.
just don't have the bandwidth to be talking to strangers. But they
I hear it.
they watch every day though.
Every day.
Yeah, for real.
Big up you lot, man.
Big up you lot.
100%. Example, like Taser watches this on TV.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he can't really comment like frequently. I'm not even saying that he would, to be honest.
You know what? Taser did when we needed him to yesterday.
Yeah,
Because Taser
true.
was in the comments like, yes, new black.
All right,
Top of the
then.
things. So, yeah.
Then,
Big up Taser
baby.
though.
Good morning, ONB. Good morning, I think Mel S already. Good morning, Easy
Morning, Mel.
Bambino. Good morning, JW. Good morning, Ruby Wednesday. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Lala. Good morning, Kayan.
Oh, that's nice.
Kayam.
Kayan.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen you. Good morning, Susanna. I think that's the first time I've seen you too.
Yeah, never heard of Susanna. Big up
All
Susanna.
right. Good morning. Good morning, TT. Good morning, Everest. Good morning, DCF Mooks. And good morning, Dorcas. All right. Lovely.
All right.
Lovely. Dr. Amani.
Morning, Dr. Mani. Wonderful. How's everyone doing though?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Oh, I miss Wendy, man. How you doing? That was a time. That was such a time. Big up, Wendy. I'm good, thank you. Feeling blessed, favoured. I'm going to be eating amala soon from the best place there is. So I'm for it. So excited.
What is this thing I saw on socials? Is that the thing that you said you wanted to talk to me about? Your announcement?
Yes.
Why are you quiet?
You were announcing
I
things
didn't
yesterday,
know you
boy.
were talking about me. Sorry.
You
You know what? I think I've been meaning to talk to you about so many things. I don't
Yeah, I know.
even remember. But I think,
Kicking it down the road.
You finally went to tell them about us.
boy, if you don't.
Okay.
Literally.
Whatever. Go on my story on Instagram.
Talk the thing!
Go on my story. Hey, seriously, just quickly go on my story on Instagram and look and see.
Oh, here we go.
That was her idea too.
It was a setup.
She was saying easy.
Sorry? Anyway, no, so basically, I can talk about it because I feel like those in my community know what I'm doing.
You
Cause
can talk about it. You put it on Instagram.
No, but I haven't said what it is I'm doing. Like,
Exclusive.
Oh, it's exclusive. Okay.
no, okay, so I'm building an app. Long story short.
Wonderful scenes.
So when I did Walk into Jericho last year, I didn't like the app that I was using, and I just felt like,
Very
I was like, if
complicated.
I'm gonna do this again, I want to do this on my own app on my own platform. So I was
Music emails
like,
is.
let's create an app. But then it's not just gonna be any old app. It's
Okay.
not just a walking app. So it's literally going to be a full-on fitness app with
Oh, that's
like
sick.
workouts, meal plans, the whole 9 yards. And one thing I want to talk about it because I'm also going to speak it into existence yet. Do you know the thing that I'm so gassed about this app that we're doing? Yeah, we're syncing it to periods.
Okay.
Girl,
That's lit. That is lit. That's lit.
like we're trying to think outside the box.
Please.
It's not just any old fitness app.
That's sick.
You are
Outside the
going-
box, in the box.
Yeah.
Are you also
Okay.
letting them know
You
when
are
they're like,
So basically, like
You're
you're gonna basically, if you input like your cycle,
Yeah.
it will let you know what part of your cycle you're in and what workouts are recommended for this part of your cycle.
Brent, where's the horns?
so can,
No, that's
Funny
lit.
to say
That is lit.
what? That's basically what.
That's wonderful. That's
you should
beautiful.
also let them know when they're at peak fertility,
Yeah, it's gonna be that in the app.
so they know when to burn calories and at the same time. This is all fitness.
So-
Important
so
information.
Peak fertility
You
there.
said burn. You're an asshole.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
It's
what
trying
you
to burn some calories.
I know what you mean.
Make some, it
I
works.
get it.
That's a USP. You're the only one that's doing that. I'm saying you.
So
You're the only one telling them it's time to burn some calories.
yeah.
That's amazing. That's really, really
So,
good.
God willing,
Amen.
everything literally goes to plan. I
And it
think
will.
what's beautiful about this, the way I'm going about it, is I'm asking my community what they want. So I've got like there's like 300 people in a group.
Yeah.
And it's literally asking so many questions. So I don't want to build something that I think people need.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
build something that they need.
They actually need.
Yeah. So a lot of the input is coming from the community, which is great because it's not just me deciding to just do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
But it's
amazing, you know.
It's different because obviously this is completely out of my comfort zone in terms of like a product. But it's been an interesting journey and it's getting done. And the team are in Ghana, so it's actually
wonderful.
So yeah, my whole team is Ghana based.
Oh, nice.
I feel like when it comes to abs and stuff, a lot of people go to like Asia, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, like to get them made and stuff. I'm like, let me put money back in the economy that I'm from.
Amen to
So,
that.
Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah.
Congratulations. That's really good. That's really big. Maggie says, I've been looking for a period app not created by men. This is amazing. No, it absolutely is. And I think the touch of letting...
Did you just
them
roll your
know-
eyes, Emmanuel?
It's all right. He doesn't have periods.
didn't
He
do
wouldn't know.
I could
Why
hear it,
can't
you
it
know.
be
He
created
rolled
by
his
men?
eyes and I could hear
Because
it.
men don't understand women's bodies. How would you know? You rolled your eyes when she said that. The fact that you rolled your eyes is exactly why it can't be created
Speaks
by
to
men.
what she's
Because you
talking
don't get
about,
it.
Yeah.
You can't. How can men speak on women's bodies? You know how wild that is? How can you tell me how my body's feeling and what I need to be doing with the body you're not experiencing what I'm experiencing? It's crazy. Anyway, back to Gina. Back to Gina. It's amazing though, because I feel like letting like women know like what, because I always get confused about what part of the cycle is what I should be doing in this part. All I ever know is that there's times I feel really, really strong, and there's times I feel like I feel weak as heck.
Yeah.
And then like the weights I was carrying last week, I couldn't even dream of carrying it this week. So that's really, really helpful.
I
That's
think it's
a
just
great
about
touch.
like, because the thing is, obviously, there's loads of fitness apps. There's loads of, this stuff exists in it, so it's not like I'm creating something new. But I was like, what can we do that is a bit different that people can benefit from? So it's like, there's so many ideas. There's so many things that I want. Like I want it to be like not a one-stop shop, but I realize from speaking to the community that a lot of people have several apps that do different things.
Yeah,
You just want a home that does everything.
Word.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
Yeah,
So
that's really
fingers
good.
crossed. It all comes to plan.
It will.
And
Amen.
we'll be launching in June.
Amen. Oh, by your birthday.
willing,
Beautiful.
you mean?
Yeah.
Love it.
That's amazing, man. Well done, babes.
God willing, you
That's
mean?
amazing.
God willing.
Yeah.
Yes.
well, fingers-
Inshallah.
You just had to go there.
Like,
Couldn't you just say amen?
It's the same. It's
Thank
God
you.
willing.
Yes.
Sorry?
Inclusive.
Yeah, come on, man.
yeah, but sometimes when
This
I'm,
is
if I'm
inclusive-
praying
this
for
is
something,
inclusive.
okay,
What's today's
platform.
mathematics?
that's
What's today's
good.
date?
But my prayers are very specific.
Huh?
My prayers are very specific.
Well,
my
I
prayers
think-
are not all inclusive.
I think Gina would appreciate everybody's prayers. We need
Fair.
all sides rooting for this one. You get what I'm trying to say? We need everybody in on this. Yeah. Any Hindus out there,
You know what I mean?
Rama and Sita, pray to them.
He said Rama and Sita. You're reminding me of secondary school RE.
Also, I said it was all hands on deck.
All
on this
hands
one.
on deck.
Sorry, can you
Oh,
go
dear.
and retweet the tweet, please?
Yes, we are live now on what's that thing called? On
X.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yes, every morning. So if you've got Twitter, please kindly retweet that and put people on your timeline on. Give them something to do, something to watch. Yeah, to do
And
that great
it looks
stuff.
like Brandon, mind you, has clipped up our convo yesterday and has tweeted it. So I'm going to retweet that too.
Brandon.
One of the community members.
Oh, okay, big up Brandon.
Yeah, but go and retweet it, please.
It's not coming up on mine.
What
It's
is
when you
coming
got
up?
your thing, the pink thing,
Go to the
Oh.
the pink badge, yeah, and then
Yeah.
them 3 little dots will tell you to retweet. Can I read the Spotify comments?
No.
No. Oh, sorry, you have
Go
some
to
questions.
the New Black on Twitter.
Who, me?
Everybody.
I
I've just
retweeted the
retweeted,
thing
I
already.
have.
I done it.
Or you talking about Brandon's thing?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Oh, what's Brandon done?
He's he's clipped up our
sorry,
convo
I
yesterday
can't.
when we made our announcement.
So where do I find it?
It's on the New Black retweet.
Wait a minute.
Thank you very much.
So
Big up Brandon, though.
All the time, all the time.
Oh, yes, he sure has.
Lovely.
I think I had my chest out, or I remember what top I had on yesterday. Wonderful. All right. So, what do I do next?
And yes,
You've been telling me what to
So-
do in the last, for the last 5 minutes.
Wait, there, what am I looking for?
So, that video, Brandon, it's on the timeline. If you go on the New Black timeline,
I'm on the timeline.
a tweet from Brandon.
Oh, the day after. I'm on the new black timeline.
You need the New Black timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I went on to the day after. Sorry, people.
I'm sorry. To be fair, the day after she had retweeted it too, but
They haven't, because I was just looking for it.
yeah, I think the day after she retweeted it too.
yeah, I'm doing 5 different things.
Yeah.
No,
One-
can
no,
tell
I'm
us.
being cheeky.
No, you can tell us you could do it too.
Let's see who's
Good
calling
morning.
me up 3:46 in the morning.
Who?
You might have to call back.
Please call back. Okay.
Yeah, you can go back now.
Oh, the person can call back now. Okay.
Yeah,
So what am I doing in the meantime?
yeah. You can move on to the Spotify comments,
All right, let me do that.
please.
Quickly though, are you have you tapped out of these people that are beefing and stuff? Because I think it's very cheeky, just very quickly, how Drake is pressuring people to release stuff when he took 40 nights and 40 days.
No, he didn't.
How long did it take?
It
Hey, Eddie, what time is it in Australia, man?
Oh, Eddie's in Australia.
That's what it said.
Did you know that, Brent?
as an Ed.
No, Eddie
No.
Cabone. Cabone.
No, it's
No,
a
not Eddie
different-
No,
Cabone, it's a new
he's
Eddie.
not in
It's a
Australia.
new one, you know.
Oh, it's a new Eddie.
He's in New
Okay.
York.
Eddie Cabone is in New York.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, pick up Eddie. All right, morning caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brent. How are you, man?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to come and say, big up you, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. The vision's big, man. I respect it a lot. Man.
Is this Curtis?
I respect it so much. Yeah, yeah.
Much
Don't point at me when you
appreciated.
say Curtis.
Much appreciated. The way you talk
Yeah,
about
man,
Esther,
that's-
I could only say much appreciated, bro. Love it.
But I'm ain't it. He's talking about you. This is about you. This is about you, King. This is about you, King. Morning, Curtis.
Yeah, man. It's more than that stuff. It's about giving a black king his flowers. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
The community.
man.
Thank
Brent, give yourself some horns, please.
Horns.
Eh,
I don't want to get up in
God,
pressure. Don't make me get up in
God's
pressure.
getting these horns.
Amen. That is true.
Please, you know I'm not interested.
God
in
be the
compliments.
glory.
No, for real, for real. I'm so excited to see TMB become exactly what is in you lot's minds, man. In Jesus' name, man.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, man, a prayer. Pastor.
You seen the right things, yeah?
No, Brent, don't do this. This is about you.
It's
I know.
right, okay.
It's about Jesus.
Thank you,
What's
Curtis.
it called?
Thanks, Curtis.
Wait, quickly. What's it called? I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You see, Margs, yeah. I don't know. Is it a Hackney thing? Why are you man wearing shorts in this weather, bro? I saw some video of Ricky, yeah, and it was some interview thing, yeah. The weather was what it's like now, and he was wearing shorts.
You know what it is? Sometimes you just gotta let your joint breathe.
That is crazy. Oh my splash! Oh
I'm
my
trying to hear
days.
that. Do you know what?
Lava.
No Diddy. No Diddy, pause, why, bun up, all of them.
What's it? What's it called? Brent, yeah. Do you know you missed a trick though? I'm not gonna lie. You should have introed with this one yesterday with the Time Is Now title. Should have introed with this one.
What?
Is that John Cena's music?
I can't go, right.
The time is now. You get me? The world is back to take over. You get me? Let them know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Curtis
I'll
is
keep that in
hilarious,
mind for the
man.
next time.
I love you lot, man.
Bless.
Thanks, Curtis. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, there's another question, by the way, Brent, that you might want to add into there
Yep.
from Tish. All right, let me respond to my comments, and then Brent is going to answer some questions about yesterday's conversations, about TNB and investments and stuff.
This next
like
question, is it to do with the question I'm going to answer as well?
that. Yes, it's to do with what you're going to be talking about.
All right, lovely. Where is it?
It's from Tish
All right, beautiful.
in the chat. All right, so Mark says ARS growth in the last 2 years has been stellar. At Brent, ARS has a timing. What was ARS? Arsenal.
Yeah.
So dramatic. Could have typed that out. So Arsenal growth in the last 2 years has been stellar. I thought we were talking about stocks and shares. At Brent, Arsenal has a timing issue. If glory is to grace Emirates finally, Arteta needs to find the sweet spot between efficiency and dominance. Hence, is he ETH?
Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag, I guess, is better than Arteta.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Mark. That's why Mark woke up this morning.
Yeah, I hear him.
That's what's on his mind.
He's a winner.
Right. And then Lynn M32 says, amazing TDA to the world. Well done to Brent and Co. Ready to be part of the next chapter. Amen to that.
Amen.
Big up our Spotify listeners. You can always leave comments on there. Brent, are you ready?
I'm just trying to post the video under the tweet. And I nearly posted the campaign video.
And you press the what?
The campaign video.
Oh, serious?
You better delete that quick.
ASAP.
Not internal leak.
Goodness.
Can you imagine?
This is what happens when 5 things
Yeah,
happen at the same
man.
time.
Yeah, you're right. Concentrate.
Yeah, get me concentrate.
All right. How's the rest of you guys then?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm in a good mood today.
Love that for you. I wonder why. It is Friday, to be fair. It's your
That's
favourite
why.
day
You
of the
know
week.
Friday's my favourite
Yeah.
day.
And you love it, especially when there's no Mondays as well.
Yeah, man.
Love that.
Happy Friday, people.
Love that. Gina, how was your mum's ceremony?
Oh, do you know what? It was good. It was interesting.
Did you ask me?
No, she didn't. No, it was good. It was good. It was hot. It was long, but obviously because it's nothing I've experienced before, I was
Yeah.
very intrigued. I was asking loads of questions, so I
Yeah.
was entertained. It was good. It was funny.
That's good. So she's going to be living in Ghana now?
No, she's back and forth anyway.
Oh, a hybrid queen. Love that for her.
No, literally.
Love that.
remotely.
Listen.
remotely. But yeah, no, she's back and forth,
Love
so
that.
nothing changes. I just think when she's back there, she just has to go visit them more often.
Okay.
But
So I saw like the king. So there's a king, right? So does he have any wives?
You know what? Yeah, but it's interesting because you're not automatically a queen just because your husband's.
That's
a
wild.
king,
I wish
yeah.
someone would tell me that, boy.
No, literally.
I wish.
Because even my mum, I was like, she's got a king that she's like sits beside, but that's not her man.
That's what I was like, yeah.
He's not her man, obviously.
That's
He
deep.
ain't my
Imagine
daddy.
being the wife here and then like an external queen has to be brought in.
Yeah, literally.
You're not certified.
So yeah, it was. Do you know what? And because there were so many of them. Like,
So many what?
I guess it's like you've got like the king who's like, I'm gonna call him the king of the jungle. Head
Okay,
honcho, yeah. And then I feel like you've got, so in my head, this is how I broke it down, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you have like mayors, you got the mayor of London,
Yeah.
and then you have mayors of boroughs.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's in my head. You've got the mayor of London,
Okay, so like it's like a king of this
and
region.
then and then
Yeah.
you've got like mayors of different boroughs. But obviously, ultimately, the mayor of London is head honcho. Do you get what I
Okay, that
mean?
makes sense. Yeah.
That's because that's the only way I could like understand it.
That makes sense because my cousin's mum is also a queen mother, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine because I don't think she'll be. I don't know if that she probably lives where your mum would or anything like that. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
actually,
you have one for each
That
town
community
or
kind of thing,
community
yeah.
or whatever. So yeah.
that's lit though.
What was I gonna say? She's funny because she was like to me, "Oh, you have to change my name in your phone."
To what? Queen mother?
I said, "Girl, if you don't, I'ma still call you mummy."
Well, you're not allowed to call her mummy.
Not in public, no. So
Yeah,
if
but
we're
that's my mummy though.
if we're at anything like
Oh, like professional, like outside. Yeah.
I can't call her.
What do you call her?
Mummy
What you meant to call her?
or Hinenana.
Oh, queen. Okay.
Girl, bye. I'm still calling you mummy.
Like mum.
Literally. And also what me and my sister found so interesting, yeah, is like she literally has like these young bucks that like run around and follow her everywhere.
Oh.
No. Like they're like area boys.
Oh, is it? Not the goons. Yes, auntie.
So I'm not joking.
Love
Like they
that for
were
her.
flocking over. I said, all right.
No, that's funny.
Like,
I love that.
If she's walking, they're like, there's 10 of them all around her, like literally.
That's
and we,
lit.
And we were like,
She's got her own goons. That's lit.
literally, she don't need us anymore, boy.
That is lit.
Does
Oh, that's so sweet.
Do they have to service her every need?
I don't know. Where are you trying to go?
No, I'm just asking if is it the
Nasty
full-
human
We're
being.
trying to get
service
into.
package? That's what I'm asking.
It's an all service. No. Negro.
What's your problem? Like, how is that?
Literally.
Something so wholesome. That's where your mind goes.
I thought your mum was.
These are kids, you know. He
Ah, okay.
What did you say?
said, I thought your mum was single. I'm like,
Brent.
I didn't know they were
We
kids.
talk about who is the
No,
French
they're
Prime
young.
Minister? Who's the fake,
Macron.
the fake one? There, the Monroes, the Monroes, whatever they're called.
What is in the wife?
Yeah, but that dynamic is nah. That's nah. We don't do that. Well, actually, nah, man.
All right
I'll
then.
just stop that there. That's lit though. That's amazing, man.
All right. Yesterday, I asked anybody if you have any follow-up questions.
Yes.
You want further clarity on certain things, you can send in emails, you can contact me via DM, etc. And some of you all have done that. So I'm going to be sharing the information, the answers with everybody because some of you all may have these same questions but just haven't asked me yet. Okay, so, all right. First question is, I'm in the film industry and I absolutely love this much needed vision you and the team have been working on. Like, really love it. Oh, sorry, I'm guessing that means on. On your roadmap, it said that you plan to be the Black British Netflix. So can I take that to mean it won't just be podcasts that you offer on this platform? I think there's another question asked where my answer could encompass both of them. Where is it? With the platform, will there be an app for the phone too? That's easy, yes. And out of the 3.7, we're looking to raise 300K is for the app itself.
Okay.
Can you explain the relationship with the podcasters? Okay, I'll answer the first one. I don't think I'm
Yeah,
seeing
just
the
do
second one.
yeah.
Cool. To best answer that question, I'm going to scroll down to here. Now, as you can see, there are different rooms in here, but every single room is going to have live stream functionality. Now, I did say that this particular project is just an expansion of what I currently do in this particular studio. And I ran through that we can run 7 shows during the day in here. And those shows could have different flavors completely. And I ran through that we use the cameras to live stream to YouTube currently, right? Now, I could live stream to any platform I like, but we choose YouTube. And obviously, you guys view that for free. Yeah. So in this particular space that you see on the screen, every single room will have that functionality. So in that green space room, you're going to have cameras that you can tune into our platform and watch live. In that event space, right at the top here, you're going to be able to tune in live and see what's happening in this room. Now, this room is going to be multifunctioned. A few of the things that we're going to be running in this room are as follows. Our own virtual book club. Esther, what do I mean by that? I did it yesterday, innit? You say, I don't know.
It's a virtual book club, isn't it? Like an event.
So they have to be there in person.
All right, then. Right. So the normal format is you turn up to
a book club.
Yeah. You sit down in a circle or whatever pattern.
Kumbaya.
Circles are nice. It's very, calming.
And you discuss, right?
Yeah.
But because we'll have that live camera functionality, and we'll have the app. You don't have to be in that physical space to participate in that community.
And tune from wherever you
from
are in the
anywhere,
world.
right?
Yeah,
and you will have this function where you can basically raise your hand, or there'll be a flash to say, you want to talk.
Yeah.
And the host will say, all right, cool. Ruby Wednesday from, I don't know, Torquay, right?
Oh, is it Turkey like that?
Torquay.
Torquay.
Oh, is that a place?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Sorry, we don't have that. We don't have that in Nigeria, so I don't know what it's about.
Let me say Croydon.
Okay.
What's your take? What are your thoughts on this particular chapter? And then she would basically turn the mic on, and she would basically
say it.
So this becomes a book club without borders. Yes.
Sick.
Cool. We will also have. You can't see it now, but there's a stage, a live stage here. So we're gonna have live podcasts in there. Mm-hmm. And obviously, there's going to be a physical opportunity to go in. Yeah. And also a virtual opportunity to basically tune in, right? Yeah. Because we have this particular infrastructure, we can do other things, like have our own version of like TEDx talks. So we invite speakers on to basically give a particular talk. And all of this is going to be live. But if you miss it, you can catch up on it, catch up with it. Because it's going to be archived after the fact.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what you would kind of see this becoming is a centralized archive of us documenting Black British culture.
Sick.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe that Black British culture can be exported globally right now. We actually have a defined culture that can be recognized globally. You realize online, you're hearing a lot of Americans having no clue as to what life is actually like over here for us.
But they can experience that now.
Because there'll be a centralized location where they can go and find out this information, right? Now, to say all of that, that's what's going to be happening in that physical space. But because we have the platform that offers audio and visual content, we can do anything, we can put anything on there, right? So, for example, you have a scriptwriter, right? And what would normally happen is they would, sell their kidney to get this particular script picked up by one of the,
networks. Something.
Yeah. So we now have an entire machine where we have people tuned into our broadcast network every single day, right?
Yeah.
So we have eyes on this particular app all the time. So we get this particular script, we put up the capital and we say, this is a lovely story. We want to basically film this, get this produced. And because we have an entire network, we say, this Friday, we're going to cross-promote it on all the different shows. This Friday, we're going to be dropping this particular show that we've produced from this particular scriptwriter at 8 p.m. So it becomes a thing now, right? During the week, we will make sure and run the cast through the shows that we use. I think that will, like film.
Just a press run, essentially.
We'll have a press run on our own network. Crazy, right? But anyway, so everybody's now waiting patiently because they've seen the trailer. They know it's going to be wavy. Come 8 p.m. Friday, everybody now watches this. This now becomes more than just a podcast network. It now becomes where you come to watch Black British culture.
Now we're in film
Black
and TV.
British experience.
Yeah.
We're making stories now every single year.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And as a body, as an agency, we can now take this particular content and say to Netflix, we can say to Amazon, look, we have proof of concept that 300,000 people watch this particular content on one night. Push it to your global audience. Do you understand? Because you guys are looking for content that works. We have the evidence that it works. Put it to your global audience. Do you understand? So we can do joint ventures with these particular long-standing DSPs. We don't have to basically be fighting. But what it means is that you have a whole set of creatives that now become their name. You can now build their name. And they can continue making stuff with us. They don't have to because we're going to have an entire litany of people just waiting to tell more stories.
But that opportunity where people have to wait to get a meeting with Netflix and then they tell you, actually, because we want this stereotype of Black people, that breaks that down.
100%.
Yeah.
We get to tell the entire gamut of the Black British experience as opposed to just what it is that they've allowed us to see. Do you understand?
Word.
We will also be doing lectures in here. We will also be
debates.
Yeah, but that's shows in particular, innit? Yeah. But in that particular live event space, sorry. But anyway,
we can do a lot of stuff in there.
every single inch of this particular space is going to be used for commercial opportunity. It's going to be the waviest infrastructure we have ever seen. Forget about just for us. The UK has ever seen. Do you understand? And it only happens if we commit to it.
Absolutely.
Do you understand?
Word.
All right. So that should answer your question about what
Like it's
why
not
that's
just
on a
gonna
roadmap.
be
Yeah. All right, cool. So let me go back to the question sheet. Is now the only time the TDA community can invest? No.
No, it's not.
And as Stephen explained yesterday, the reason as to why we're like telling you about this now is twofold. One, because we wanted you all to get the exclusive before we launch the
out to the
campaign.
masses.
And obviously, we want you guys, as soon as it is that we launch the campaign, we want you all to be the first people to start pushing it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because it makes sense. And especially those who've now already invested.
Yeah, you're invested. You're here.
It makes sense to
You're here.
push it. It makes sense to push it. No, the first seed round ends, I think Stephen said 30th of July.
Yeah.
But anyway, why he said it's important is because we only have 2 million of SCIS and EIS assurance.
Yeah.
Only 2 million. So once that 2 million is taken, afterwards, it's just, you ain't getting no benefits with your tax. None whatsoever.
So that's to do with the income tax,
the
and
relief
then
and
being 50%, and then
Going down.
once we hit a certain number, then it drops to 30%.
So we're giving you all the first grab at the 2 mil. Once this goes public, you might have a footballer come in and just say, I want the entire rest that you have. So you might just guzzle up the next, I don't know how much is left. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's why it is we wanted you all to take, have benefit of it before others. Do you understand?
Yep.
So that's why it is that we're saying, all right, cool. You can get it now. But no, you can invest after the fact.
Yeah.
For those who don't even care about the tax benefits and whatnot, you all just want to support, you can do it at any point in time. Obviously, once the campaign starts and everything, then I guess more and more people would want to be investing and whatnot because they would know about it. But no, to answer that question, simply no, that's not the only time you can invest. You said you're looking to raise 3.7 million. Are you hoping this all comes from the community when the campaign begins? It would be beautiful. But no.
It would be wonderful.
It would be wonderful. But no, we don't know where this particular campaign video is going to go. We don't know who it's going to ginger. The conversations I've been having over the last 2 years, quite a few of the conversations have been with institutions who, they're mostly white. And one in particular knows the value of what it is that we are building here. They see this as us looking to, what was the phrase used? You've realized that black culture is capital, it's currency, and you've managed to basically create infrastructure in order to take advantage of the capital and revenue generated off that particular culture. And they're really interested in investing. I told them no at the time when I talked to them because I wanted them to see what we would do with the campaign. I want them to see how people react to this particular initiative so that they don't look to bend us over the barrel when it comes to how much they're looking to give for the equity that we're looking to basically set aside. Do you understand? So what we've decided is we're sharing this with the community first so that they can now say, let us be the foundational stakeholders before anybody else wants to come in.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that this gets realized. So I'm going to be taking money from any individual who understands the value of this and wants to put up the capital in order to basically secure that particular equity. I would love for it to be just the community. I would love for it to be that way. But hey, needs must. This is the most important thing, as in getting realized. And to add on to that, this particular first seed round, it's going to be closed at a particular date.
Yeah.
And then we are going to be opening back up or doing the next funding round on the fundraising event itself.
Yeah.
On the day itself, that's the second round that we're going to be opening up. And during that particular event, we are looking to be, releasing the portion of equity we've set aside for that particular allocation of 3.7 million.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we've already factored in how much we're looking to seed and whatnot, and it's good. And at no point in time is it substantial enough for anybody to have the majority share. We have that majority share.
Yeah. And the live event you're talking about is the live show.
The live show. The live show is the main aspect of this particular fundraise because we're going to be inviting a whole set of footballers, a whole set of lawyers, a whole set of institutional investors, and we're going to be pampering them in the VIP boxes. We're going to be essentially show them why they need to invest.
Absolutely.
So that was the main strategy to actually get the funding. It was never to come and beg for anything at all. As Imam keeps on stating, we're sick and tired of begging. So let's put on a show. Let's entertain them. Let's show them what it is that we can build. Let's show them how it is we can mobilize the community.
Absolutely.
And then obviously show them how that mobilization could actually lead to madness. Yes. Next question. Can you explain the relationship with the podcasters who you said have answered the call? All right. So essentially, you're going to learn about that a bit more on the second campaign.
Yeah.
The second campaign is a campaign where there's going to be some type of announcement, and you're going to see who has turned up to say they are standing side by side in a coalition. That's how I've coined it, by the way. It's a coalition.
It is a coalition.
Right?
I like coalition.
Yeah. And to be honest, not all of them, as everybody may know, they don't all love each other, falling.
Yeah, but none of that matters when we're trying to achieve what we're trying to achieve.
None of that matters when we are now trying to mobilize.
That's
100%.
all little things, yeah.
So the fact that they've answered the call to actually come together for this particular thing is far greater than any other flipping squabble.
Yeah.
So the second campaign is going to, elaborate on that a bit more.
Give more details, yeah. We can't spoil that. It's juicy.
100%. But like I said, they are equity stakeholders. They are going to be benefiting from building this. So anything that we do, they are essentially going to be benefactors. So more of that information will come in the second campaign.
Yep.
I'm backing this 1,000,000%, but what assurances can you give us that, I like this one, that you won't exit and sell this to individuals from another community if the money they are offering is right?
Oh, sorry. Do you watch this show?
Yeah, but come on, that's a fair question.
No,
No,
but
I think
it's a fair
I
question.
think it's fair.
It's a
though,
fair
because
question, but it's just funny to me.
When you're getting, when people are giving you several M's, like, do you know what I mean?
Well, no, I'm not laughing at the
Your
question.
mouth will be wet smooth. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely a fair question. I'm not laughing at the question. It's just funny. Just the thought of that is funny to me. Of us like, we're like, oh, here's some South Asians. Here you go. Here's the new black.
Because she's specific.
Imagine. No, I just gotta be specific.
Emmanuel, how would you answer that question?
In a professional manner.
Anyone could be bought. I'm only joking.
No, the crazy thing is, that's actually true though. Like, I feel like, not like that, but everybody has
It's not true.
No, as in, I do believe that everybody has a price though.
Nope.
I think
Listen,
that.
No, not
all I'm
everybody.
saying is Brendan Steven can't afford to have one. Knowing my name's on
Not after all
there.
of this.
The thing is, the equity
Hell
that
no.
you all hold, when this company is clear of billions, right?
Amen.
Clear. And we put it to y'all, there's a conglomerate that's come and said they want to give you such and such. And in doing that, you're holding on to double mill figures of the sale. And you're now, I don't know, what 45, you know?
45 and looking
45.
cute. Hell yeah.
And y'all can keep a few shares. It could keep a few, you know? What would y'all be advising
No.
us to do as shareholders?
No. This
No.
is never this is getting kept like I'm
The thing is,
gatekeeping
it's
this
called
to
the
my
new
core.
black, man. Like, the name itself, like, all the branding.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
BET was BET.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but
What we saying?
Yeah, but Deborah was who she was. she got dish herself. But no, I'm not here for that. I think with TMB, like my involvement with it is way beyond the money. It's way beyond the career. It's way beyond those things. So no, I can't sell for that.
Yeah.
Like the commitment, the sweat, the tears,
Yeah.
the showing up, like everything. Like it's way beyond money. It's way beyond anything. Like this is actually like legacy. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. You can't sell that for nothing, man. So,
Suppose.
no. Brent, I didn't sell it for nothing.
It's,
Go on, suppose what?
to be honest, even if it is you look to sell your shares, we have a clause in the share agreement.
You can't.
No, you can, but we get first refusal.
You can't.
So, in a nutshell, no.
You can think
Of
about
course,
it.
you can sell your shares, but we would just buy it
Yeah,
from
we'll
you.
buy it from you.
We'll
Oh,
buy
yeah,
it
of
from you.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that's sick. That's smart.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wants to sell out.
Emmanuel?
I think people, as much as this is obviously a business, right? People need to recognize that, like you said, it's a legacy
Yeah.
project. It's a blueprint for all the things we've spoken about before.
Yeah.
Doing for self and the implications of that long term. It's not just for our generation. This is for the generations long after you've gone. What would it look like if we put our all into this, and then we tell the world, yeah, we have a prize, we can be bought, just like every other organization.
That's sad. That's
This is
a sad
something
day.
that's meant to change lives. People should look at this and say, and see this as a beacon, as a reminder to be like, yo, we can do this.
Yeah.
And how does it look like if we can do this, but then we got bought just like everybody else before us?
Yeah.
This is the new part is for a reason. The new
Yeah.
black. That new is not. You know what I'm saying? We're not. Don't think of the old versions of our people
Absolutely,
before.
yeah.
It's a completely different. Different mindset. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
everyone here is willing to sacrifice and put their life on the line, literally. And this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
That's very important to me. I can't lie to you because a lot of companies that like start off like black owned, and obviously I understand because for different reasons and stuff, but I'd rather see it not work out before we have to sell it to somebody else who's not part of the community and who once again will just end up taking advantage of our talent, of our skills, of our brilliance, and then we're back in the same place. No man, that's deep.
Just imagine someone asking Bezos, you want to sell up? Who's he selling to?
Bro.
Yeah, for real.
Zuckerberg. Who's he
2002.
I'm glad you even said that because that's how you need to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're at the top of the totem pole, who is buying from you?
He's my, yeah.
They can't afford you.
Impossible.
Word.
Impossible.
And I always say that when people if someone tries to buy something from you, it's because they see value. And I feel like if you sell it to them, you don't see the value that they clearly see in it.
Sure.
And yeah, that in itself is just like, okay, you gotta take a step back, love.
And that's how I see this particular venture, this initiative. I see it being as titan as you see Amazon, as you see Apple, as you see all these big companies. So no, I am going nowhere. This particular project is not my idea. This is destined. God has
God
put
ordained.
it on my hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine?
It's not for you to sell, babes.
I've given it over to somebody else, and which heaven's gate.
That's gonna be an
God
awkward
said,
conversation,
"Excuse
bro.
me? Did I give you permission?
That's a very
to
awkward
do
conversation.
that?"
Yo, I was gonna say, you know the Diddy meme where they're just staring at each other? Very awkward.
And for me, once you reach a particular bracket, money means nothing after that, and that's literally what's going to happen quickly. So who am I selling this to, and for what? I have to turn into a muk.
Yeah,
And
man.
I can't be possessed either because I'm a child of the living God.
Amen.
Man,
Preach,
Joey
preacher.
closed the eyes are just sweet bit.
Amen. Listen, know you feeling the spirit. Amen. Amen.
And there'll be things put in place that if it is don't have my full faculties, then other people will be making decisions for me.
This is my full faculties.
And if those people don't have their full, then other people step in.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, baby.
Amen to that.
What if I end up being majority shareholder one day?
Yeah, okay. That means you've outlived me, yes?
I did all of us.
And he's going like, this small
Listen, imagine. If you are, that means I'm dead. I'm dead and gone.
all right. I think that's it.
Was that all of it?
Yeah. Somebody asked me via DM this morning. The live show, I'm not in the UK. Is it going to be live streamed? Yes, we're going to be partnering up with an interested Titan to offer that free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So,
But I will say though, the show is giving Catch a Flight. The show is definitely giving Catch a Flight.
Facts.
It's definitely giving Catch a Flight. I'll catch a flight. I'll catch a flight. That's it.
yeah, but obviously the tickets are going to go like, pew!
Boy.
Anyway,
Oh, you got one more question.
Tish?
Tish's one, yeah. She said, hi, loved. I think Tish is a woman. Big up Tish. Hi, loved yesterday's episode. Do you have to be in the UK to invest?
no.
Good.
No. Wherever you have money,
Is it Naira? Is it Yen?
You
The
can
cities?
invest.
Bring it on.
All right. So, like I said, anybody else who has questions, please email them to me or DM me, or
So-
you can WhatsApp it.
Just a quick one. I just think this is a good one. From Finan. He says, will there be an education training arm of TMB?
Okay. Sorry, this is a brilliant question. All right. So, it's important to understand that real change doesn't just come with giving people entertainment.
Yeah. 100%.
Then there needs to be education run through this entire project.
Absolutely.
The spine of this project needs to be
Yeah.
of an educational spirit. This particular initiative is to educate, entertain, and elevate.
Ooh,
Do you understand? The 3 E's.
that's
3
so
E's.
powerful.
So 120% is
Yeah.
going to be the bedrock of what we do here.
Absolutely.
The absolute bedrock. And like I said, there's going to be a centralized location where anybody can basically get resources in perpetuity
Yeah.
to educate
Yeah.
yourselves, your sons, your daughters,
Yeah.
your nieces, your nephews, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
We begin the documenting of our Black British experience here.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We commit that to immortality,
Yeah.
to forever.
Yeah.
So yes, Fanan, there will be.
Can I add to that? Just obviously without giving anything away, but I think also the second campaign video will show people that it's way beyond podcasting as well. So it's not it's not just about podcasting. Like, there's so many other areas to Black British culture. And I think that when you see the people that are involved in the second campaign, you will see that it covers a range of blackness. Yeah, but
Just to correct that, and I don't like to correct my queens.
I had a few good Black women.
So the first campaign video is what you're
Yeah.
talking about. The second campaign is the coalition campaign.
That's what I was talking about.
the first. Serious?
'Cause I was going to say the people involved with the coalition are not just people that they're familiar with in the
okay.
podcasting scenes. They're people from different.
My apologies.
Yeah, they're different. No, it's all right. It's all right, babes. Cold world. It's all right. You can apologize. We take it. But yeah, so they're different people. They're not just podcasters. That's what I'm trying to say. So you will see that they come from different industries essentially, and that will let you know that what we're doing here is beyond just podcasting.
Yeah, you'll also see that in the first campaign video.
Yeah. You just had to throw that in.
You don't have to wait till the second.
Fair. That is true. That is true.
All right.
Also, Brent, answer this question. Lala says, will you take on new creatives or just the current ones
Beautiful
you have that
question.
you
I love
you think we're going to be doing TDA?
I love it.
I
love it.
How much time have you got in the day?
So, just a little side note. I've spent 2 years developing this, and I've answered every single question that's been put to me. There's not a question I have not been asked yet. This is also a question I have been asked, right? You might see hypervisible people. In fact, you will see hypervisible people as part of this particular project because it's a community that we're building. This is for the community. It's by us and for us, right?
Yep.
So you're going to see hypervisible people there. But the main thing about this is we want to expand this industry.
Exactly.
We want to expand it. So the amount of shows that we will have on our network, they're going to be manned by people you've never seen before, but they're expert in their fields.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We want new creatives being made hyper visible.
Yeah.
The only way we look to have money pouring into this particular space and this industry is if it is that we look to smash the borders of hyper visibility or using hyper visible people for the same thing over and 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 over again.
Brent, speak on it.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the only way we do this,
Yeah.
and that's the only way it's a sustainable model.
That's one of the things I'm most excited about. Because I feel like one of the things that we always complain about when it comes to British media is how it's the same people over and over again. It's like, it's very much only one person can go through that door. And I'm very excited of like the amount of shows it's going to be and just the amount of different talented people that don't have a platform, that are not very, or don't even know how to go about showcasing the talent. Yeah, man. No, so it's not going to just be the people that you see all the time.
Good.
Definitely not.
A fantastic question.
That is a good question.
We need to move on. So any other questions, please send them to me.
Do you know what?
What happened?
That's what Budge said. Will you be checking where people's funds are coming from?
No.
People's funds are going to come from...
How am I supposed to check?
In short,
Did I?
You know what I mean?
in short, no.
If the church can accept it, why can't
That's good for Pastor Toby. It's
You
good
know
for
what I mean?
us.
Yeah, obviously, however, we're not taking cash.
Innit? You think you wash your cash over here? Hell no, love. But no, but yeah, if you've got any more questions, please feel free to email, DM, message, all that great stuff. I think there could probably be a thread on Discord as well that started, and then we can answer that as well. Like we said, Stephen's gonna be here soon, and he'll be answering some more financial questions and stuff like that.
There's
as
a
well.
home for you, all of you as well. It's not just front of camera stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? All types of professionals,
Absolutely.
editors, camera people, directors,
120%.
Like everybody's needed.
Everybody. There's a home for everybody here.
First
Get involved.
aiders, everybody. Everybody.
She ain't never lie. HR.
HR.
She said that man's looking at
Don't side at
Martin.
me.
Can you imagine that?
Don't side at me.
That's what she didn't say anything about you.
Listen, if the shoe fits, boy, if you put the shades, then my DA was for you.
Gina said HR.
I just said two letters.
Gina's gonna be the one recruiting.
Literally.
All right.
Before we move on though, sorry, wait. Gina got me a drink. So I've been trying to do the CMOS situation, but I didn't try. I attempted. So there's a drink type of it. So I'm gonna try. Gina wants me to try on camera. And obviously I've tried other things on here, so let's see. It's a tropical flavor. Tropical juice. CMOS
It's
juice.
CMOS juice by a company called Bood.
I see the bits in there, so that's great. It's actually alright. But it's like very watered down juice. It's like tropical juice. It's like tropical
It's just
essence.
it's not strong, right?
Yeah, it's not strong, but I can do this.
So where's that CMOS?
Yeah.
I could actually do this.
Because you don't like anything, so I'm very
Girl.
I'm very happy.
You know me. No, this is actually nice. I'm gonna do this then. Yeah. Thanks, Gino.
You're welcome.
And finally, have you considered black people outside from London to be part? Just asking. Yes.
Absolutely.
The ideal thing would be when it is that we scale and we're going to have hubs in other cities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously the platform will be able to service all of those particular recordings and broadcasts. So us just having more spaces for us to have obviously different shows and whatnot in different cities, that's on the roadmap. So yes, we need to make sure Black Britain isn't just London.
Yeah. We're global, baby. Everyone else's media is global. So Black Britain's
You've
time,
got a
man.
BBC pigeon now. Why can't it be?
Okay.
You know.
There we have it.
All
All right. Lovely.
Time for the headlines.
That's really good. Thank you. Get into our headlines, please. Yeah, man.
What's the topic of the day? It depends what it is. Be brief, innit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brief one.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Mama
I
rings.
don't think
You could leave when you leave. You want. I mean, fine. I was supposed to continue, but
Sorry?
So, she just got back.
No, go on, speak
Said-
with your chest.
I said if you have prior engagements.
That's not what you said.
I said you could leave when you want to leave. That's what I said. Isn't that what I said? You can leave when you want to leave.
Sorry.
Just facial
I
screen,
was
man.
about to say something else, but it's not myself.
Nah, say what you want to say.
We haven't seen you in a while, so it's not going to be like, oh my goodness, you've gone to a prior engagement.
Speak with your chest.
That's what I was going to say. But I stopped because it may have come across a particular way.
It's fine, just facial screen. I'm over it.
All right.
I'm back in the building, boy.
I didn't mean to sue out. Good mate. Welcome back.
All right. So our first headline.
You guys are
Remember-
actually Tom and Jerry. Sorry.
Me and Brent.
Yes.
Remember we were talking about the former First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon.
Yes.
How she got caught up with that situation. Her husband
Her and a scamming husband. Allegedly.
allegedly. Well, he's back. He's back in the news.
Oh, he went back to scamming.
Well, he's been charged again.
Yeah.
He's been charged in connection with the embezzlement of funds from the Scottish National Party.
Embezzlement?
Peter Murrell, who's 59, was taken into custody at 9:13 yesterday morning and was questioned by police Scotland detectives. He was previously arrested, as you guys know, as we just mentioned, as a suspect on the 5th of April 2023 before being released without charge. BBC Scotland understands that Mr. Murrell has resigned his SNP membership. He was charged at 18:35 after further questioning by officers investigating the funding and the finances of the party as part of the Operation Branch Form.
You're so childish. You're actually childish. Why did you?
I missed it. What did he do?
So childish.
Sorry, go on.
All right, Mr. Murrell.
So it's got nothing to do with the news.
No, he's just basically when E-Man's reading the news, he's got the camera on me. Why is the camera on me?
Mr. Murrell has since been released from police custody at Falkirk police station and returned to his home near Glasgow shortly after 8 p.m. Next headline, a Tory MP by the name of Mark Menzies has been suspended after claims he made a late night call to ask for money to pay off bad people. So Mark Menzies strongly disputes the claims, but he has had the whip removed amid allegations that he misused party funds and abused his position. The MP called an elderly party volunteer saying that he was locked in a flat and needed £5,000 as a matter of life and death. This is what the Times reports. An eventual sum of £6,500 was paid to secure his release. The money is reported to have come out of local Conservative Party funds, and the party is carrying out an investigation. But according to the Times, Mr. Menzies phoned his 78-year-old former campaign manager at 3:15 in the morning. This happened last December to ask for £5,000, right? And the sum was reportedly paid later that morning. But by that time, it had risen to £6,500 from the personal savings of Mr. Menzies' office manager, who was then reimbursed from campaign donations. And our last headline, the EU wants to agree a deal with the UK that would make it easier for people aged between 18 and 30 to study and work abroad in the wake of Brexit. So this would be a limited agreement. This is what the European Commission is saying. This would be a limited agreement, not a restoration of free movement of people. The UK already runs schemes with some non-EU countries to allow people to come to the UK for up to 2 years. It says it is open to extending that to individual EU member countries rather than throughout the EU. Downing Street says it prefers a country-by-country deal rather than an agreement that would apply across all 27 member states. And Labour has said it has no plans for a youth mobility scheme if it wins the general election later this year. A party spokesman said it had already pledged a no return to the single market, customs union or free movement if it takes office. It also added that it wanted to improve the UK's relationship with the EU by agreeing new arrangements for recognising work qualifications, trading food and agricultural products and touring performers. And that's it for our headlines.
All right, let's get into what you're saying, our topic of the day.
All right, guys. So this topic of the day, it can be a serious one, but I guess we're gonna, make it a bit of both. Be lighthearted as well. It's basically based on this new law, which is being suggested anyway by the RSPCH?
RSPC. Is it the kids one or the animal?
Yeah, the kids one.
RSPCC.
There you go. What's the H one?
RSPCA is the animals.
No,
There's no H.
There ain't no H.
No.
You sure?
I just been saying you can't beat your youths no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it says smack. They beat them. You never beat them anyway. It says smack. Is RSPCC?
Yeah, it is RSPCC.
Is it NSPCC? Who's NS? Anyway, whatever.
Oh, but there is RCPCH, so the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health.
So they're the ones
yeah.
I've come up with. Okay, fair.
Yeah. So basically, they made a report, right? Basically, they were urging ministers in England and Northern Ireland to follow the lead of Wales, pretty much basically saying that lawmakers over there in Wales have banned any type of corporal punishment, which includes smacking, hitting, slapping, or shaking. All of that is banned, and that's been banned since March of 2022. A similar ban was in place in Scotland since November of 2020. And so, long story short, this report is basically urging those in England and Northern Ireland to do the same. What do you guys think about that?
I hear it.
Foolishness.
Shaking your kids is wild anyway. Shaking anybody is wild, but shaking your kids is wild.
Sometimes
The
you
little brains.
Sometimes you need to shake the shit out of them little brats. It's better, shake. Sometimes you got to shake sense into them. Are you crazy?
Yeah, but obviously, it's all hypothetical.
You're not helping yourself. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think.
I don't know why you are just itching to raise little white babies for. You just
I just don't want. I just
rolling
think,
around on the floor in supermarkets.
Do you know what it
throwing things
is?
off the side, and you're not even allowed to click them outside the head.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I feel
All
like
right,
kids.
clip.
I feel like kids definitely need to be disciplined. I'm not anti, smacking. I will probably smack my kids.
Only if they need it.
Not because, within reason though. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to batter my kids, but I feel like if you've misbehaved and you're continuously misbehaving, I'm not gonna talk to you quietly and be like, do you know what I mean? I hate that reason.
Gentle parenting.
It jars me because then you think we're age mates. We're really not.
Qualify your shaking of the kids, please.
No, that's why I said he's not helping himself.
Qualify your shaking of the kids. Explain. I just want people to understand what you're talking about.
All kinds of shake. I've grabbed my son by the collar and picked him off his feet before and said, Are you drinking mad puss piss? Do you want me to dash you out this window, rude boy? You know what I'm saying?
And then the scene cut. You know what I'm saying? Because this was just entertainment. He was actually standing on the chair.
Yeah. I hope you don't do that.
He said he was standing in the chair the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is. Remember I talked to you the other day, I can't remember when it was, about why your child may be behaving the way he's behaving.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason.
I don't give a shit.
I hear you saying that right now because I've just challenged what you just said.
No. It's not good to challenge. It's nothing to do with that. I ain't taking disrespect and thing from nobody.
Question.
And I'm not trying to abuse
No,
my
that's fine.
child
That's
or
fine.
thing,
I'm
but
aware.
discipline,
I'm aware.
I'm big on discipline.
Okay.
And sometimes a stern talking to is not enough. Sometimes because kids is what they do. Anybody who's got kids, they'll know that they'll push you and they'll push you and they'll push you and they want to see where the line is. I will show them where the line is. If you cross this line, I'm going to tan your ass and that's it. And the quicker you learn, you won't cross it no more. And if you don't learn, I don't know, that's on you. Some people, I don't know.
Question.
I don't know. I'm not joking either. I'm not being.
I believe you. That's why I'm locked in now because I believe you. Without obviously sharing the details, would you want your son to continue doing what you said that he had done?
No,
Why would you want him not to continue doing that?
because if he keeps doing it, he's gonna get beaten all the time.
By you. And that's the only reason as to why you don't want him to do it?
Because you got to behave at some point. It's got to learn. You need to behave.
If I showed you,
Because I will keep disciplining him.
if I showed you a correlation between how certain young people grew up to be delinquents and end up in jail because of how they didn't receive the type of love they needed to receive to keep them out of jail.
I'm so loving. I'm so tactile. So reassuring. Always words of affirmation, telling him how smart he is, how beautiful he is, how much I love him. I'm very much there. Always hugging him. Always giving him the love and affection he needs. That's just my style. That's just what I'm on. If you're rude.
So I like that you've said that, but there needs to be an overwhelming.
Life's about balance, clearly.
No, you don't say clearly because you don't know yet what happens to your son in the future based on how you are interacting with him, or you're punishing him or correcting him now.
But hopefully that's tethered for him. When he's out with his little friends and they're trying to do things, they're going to do things. That little voice in the back of his head says, no, not allowed to do that.
Because he fears his father?
Respects him and fair, go hand in hand. You've seen the movies.
Let's just say your father, and again, I'm just dialoguing. I'm not looking to basically make you look silly, by the way. Let's say you were that age and your father did exactly what you said you did to your child. Knowing your personality, how would you react to that?
Oh no.
How about
But
when
I used to get taught.
No, I know what you used to get.
I used to get taught.
I know what you used to get.
That tethered me back to reality. That's what helped me get back on this path that I'm on now. That's what I draw from. When I was out in the streets running around, you see what brought me home.
No,
Yes, it is.
don't do that.
You see what brought me home.
Don't slide over this.
You see why I've got good manners. Why I'm
said-
respectful. Why
Let
I
me not
don't
cut you out.
disrespect my elders. Why you can bring me anywhere and I can talk and carry myself in a proper manner. It's because the things that was installed in me while I was a child. And believe it or not, a lot of it went along with an iron rod.
An episode of No Behavior, you said you didn't see yourself getting to this age.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
Because I didn't have any examples of people making it at that age. Everybody was like dead or in jail.
All right. There was a period of
That
your
wasn't because
life.
they was getting beaten.
No.
Okay, go on then. Sorry, lad.
There was a period of your life where if you were to live it again and you had a loving father in the mix, would it be different?
My dad was always there
No. Would you choose to do the things that you did
as a kid.
in that particular period of your life?
Yeah, probably. I've got a brethren that being him exactly the same. We went to the same school from the sandbox, same secondary school, same primary school. He's got this tattoo on his hand. He's got his EH on his wrist. His parents were there, married, loving, great the whole time. Same shit. He's done more prison time than me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these things, it sounds cute, but the reality is...
What sounds good? I'm asking if you had to.
Oh, probably, yeah, then.
If you have a do-over, would you do it again? You said yes.
Yeah, probably.
And would you want your child to live the life you lived?
No.
Why? You just extol the greatness of your lived experience. Why wouldn't you want that for your child?
No, because I'm taking him out of here anyway. He ain't going to grow up here. So it's all about environment.
When you
and
say
stuff
you're going
like
to
that.
take him out of here, out of where? Out of where?
Like he's gonna when he's growing up. So in his formative years, his proper formative years, it'll probably be like in either like out of London or in like an affluent area. Like grow up different. He's gonna be raised differently. He's gonna grow up differently to me.
And you would still be correcting him in the manner in which is it you said that you want to correct him in.
If he needs it, yes.
What would you, in an ideal world, obviously you would want your son not to do the things that will force your hand to
Yes.
basically lift him up and shake him.
Yeah.
If you knew that lifting your son up and shaking him will do something to his neurology,
Like CTE.
would you stop doing it?
Yes.
So do I have to show you evidence where shaking a child could actually affect or impair their brain?
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, when I said shaking, I was probably joking.
No, I don't. But that's why
But
I
when I'm
connected
talking about-
to you.
no, when I'm talking
That's
about-
why I turned around because I want to know exactly what you're talking about.
No, but I'll beat him though. I'll tie
No,
his
but
ass.
I can entertain the licks, but I wanted to know what the licks looked like. Do you understand?
Okay.
I need to know what that correction looked like. And you said you did that. You did that. Do you understand? Now, if he's hearing 24/7, piss. Do you not think that he's going to take that on?
He's not hearing that language all the time.
It's important each time you say something like that, I look to engage you so that you walk it back.
Yeah, but
Or dial it down, not to what it is that you think people need to hear to make you look like the most abrasive commentator in Britain.
Oh no, I'm not. That's not. That was never the end game.
It's Friday, right?
No, I was just saying what I was saying. I was just doing what I was doing, and then regardless of what any of these people say, what any of these people think about me,
don't
or what
get
any
don't
laws
get that.
these people make,
Yeah?
if my son
We
needs
know-
to beat him, I will tan his ass, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. Run the play it, press it. All right then.
He pressed for like 0.1 seconds.
And that's the bottom line.
All right, sorry.
Stone Cold said so.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think? Actually, you kind of said already, innit?
I'm not opposed to smacking my children. I wouldn't batter my children, but I do think sometimes talking isn't enough. And I agree with Mark in the sense of fear and respect. I think do go hand in hand. So yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes we have to smack our kids because at a time before that we didn't do what was necessary? Or do you feel like there's just going to be some kids that it's, regardless,
I think
they're going to need
some kids are so stubborn and like will dance to the beat of their own drum regardless. Lord, please don't let me have any of those children because I don't have the patience for that. I want obedient children.
I actually could not deal with
Yeah,
such.
I just need obedient children.
I don't. Why I don't like stress.
Literally, you
Ciao.
know sometimes when you look at some kids and they're like
Some kids
fighting back at you or talking back at you. You know, like if my head could come off my shoulders, I would put it to the side.
I've seen some people have some interactions with their children that absolutely I can't believe it, and it enrages me, and I don't understand. Like I just don't understand what's going on, and this new age of human beings and all, like you're saying, all this gentle parenting and all this stuff, and all these treating these kids like they are brethren, like they're people, or like they have the same kind of rights as you, like they live in a democracy in your yard. This is ridiculous. This is stupid, and I'm sorry. And I'm not advocating any type of abuse.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating anybody overdoing it or like your first reaction, like not even trying to find solutions and your first thing just being going to like getting physical and stuff like that. I'm not advocating for none of that at all. But there's lines that need to be drawn as the parent. And when they cross them, what are you going to do? All this naughty step foolishness and timeout nonsense. I don't know. Some people it works on. And again, if it works for you, fair play. You know what I'm trying to say? If you could try those tactics and it works for you, then more power to you. You know what I'm trying to say? But there's some kids that are challenging. You know what I'm trying to say? And like I said, I just feel like you have to just set your stall out, draw the lines in the yard, let them know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And rule breaking usually comes with punishment. You know what I'm trying to say? And like I said, you don't have to get physical straight away, but then excessive rule breaking, you might need to get a little smack your ass. You get me? A little conk in the head or something, just so they know what go on. And because it's the universal language. Everyone says it's love, but it's not. Everybody else is pain.
Yeah, I don't believe in smacking kids, man. It's just
At all.
I think the way I think about it, I feel like a lot of people treat children as if they don't have feelings, as if they don't experience life, as if they've got like. I don't think people treat children as human beings. I feel like people have children as like their property, something that they want to have, and then when you have the children, like you don't. Like, you never really care to know what their experience is like as a child. Sorry, caller, 1 second. And I think that part of that goes to why people treat children the way they do. Like, when you think about it, like, essentially, if you smack a child or whatever, obviously I get, like, yeah, with an adult, you wouldn't just go around with adults just slapping people as you want to and doing whatever you want to. But then how do you think, why would you do that to a child then? Because, like, the child does something you don't like. An adult does that, but you wouldn't go and just slap them. You wouldn't just punch them. But then with a child, you do. And again, I understand that with obviously adults, you can like separate yourself from them or you can cut them off or whatever it is. But I just feel like with children, I feel like
adult.
No, but yeah, you don't count. I just feel like with children, I feel like there's better ways to discipline children. I think the way people always assume that you know, that discipline, that the only form of discipline is actually hitting children and stuff. And I just don't think it's right. And I don't think it's right because you grow up then and your children like fear you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that you being a friend to your children, but not friend in the way that you get disrespected, because your friends in your adult life don't disrespect you because you're their friend. Friendship doesn't have to come with disrespect. But I feel like it's so important. Like if I ever have kids, it's so important for my children to know that if anything else in the world, I can always go to my mom and my dad, and they like, doesn't matter if I'm going to get in trouble, they are my first point of call for that. And unfortunately, a lot of kids grow up being scared of their parents or like fearing their parents, and then they can't tell you. And then your kids are going through difficult stuff in life and they can't even come to you who birthed them, who's raising them, to impart some kind of knowledge in them for that, because again, they kind of see you as this scary person. And I've seen like children who are scared of their parents where they do something that they make a mistake and like they're shaking or like they're scared. Like they're scared to break a glass. They're scared to not put their shoes on properly. They're scared. They're just like, you end up raising children that are just scared of life. And and it ends up growing up with how it is they go on to interact with adults and stuff like that. And even like the way that the kind of relationships they're in and stuff and their dynamics in them. That's why sometimes when you find people in abusive relationships, men and women, it's because like beating them or like hitting them and stuff when you've done something wrong it's normalized. So when you're not in a relationship where you shouldn't be getting treated like that, you can't separate the fact that no, this is actually unhealthy behavior. I don't know, man. I think there's more disadvantages than advantages for me with smacking children. But morning, caller.
Morning. Queen of the
Hey,
Happy to Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay.
You sound like you're on crime.
Why does it sound like that?
Your crime watch.
Christy, can you call back or can you join the Discord, please?
Yeah, it sounds weird.
You sound
sound
like
like
they've disguised your voice because you're anonymous caller.
Who's that guy with the really deep voice that calls in sometimes in reaction? Huncho. Henchy. Frenchie. I got there. Yeah, so it sounds like, I don't know, man. I just feel like because when you smack children as well, you never smack them from a place of like correction. It's like with anger, with annoyance, I don't know, man. It's just aggressive, and I'm not here for it, personally.
Hello, Christy. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Her voice going off this time.
It wasn't connected to the
Third time try.
the board.
You know what the thing is, I would say I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
About especially obviously like you wouldn't go around beating up adults necessarily and all that sort of stuff, right? But you have to remember that an adult thinks most of the time anyway, thinks like an adult. A child hasn't had those years of development to be able to discern and behave as they should with other people. That's what you're creating.
Oh, can I say though? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
That's also one of the reasons why I don't really believe in that.
Okay.
Because they don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, I get if you've taught them before, but if you think about it, as a child, how many times were you told the same thing over and over again? Like, as a kid, your worries are, what am I going to watch on TV? What kind of cereal am I having? What kind of plate am I having? Do you really think I remember my mum telling me that I should not be doing that?
Kids
this is
are
how I clean my
generals,
room.
and this is what the problem is.
Come on,
This is what
man.
the problem is. Some of them are so smart.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are so smart and they're proper little generals and they know what they're doing. And like, trust, some of them know what they're doing and it's crazy. And you gotta, I don't know, man. I don't even know what the word is.
Because you know what it's all about being kids as well, yeah? The kids that are naughty, how many times has a kid been beaten once and they've never given you an opportunity to beat them again?
Yeah, it's not gonna take one. It's not a one-time thing.
But that's the thing though. So is it really effective then?
Yeah, of course it is. Got to drill it in
Nah,
them.
man.
Who don't hear will feel.
Morning, Christy.
These are facts.
These are first date questions as well.
You're on speakerphone now, innit? So hopefully
It works.
Because when I go on Discord, I can't actually hear you guys. I don't know what's happened. For some reason, I can't hear.
Yeah.
So I can't hear what you're saying. I hope it sounds better. When it comes to this subject, I'm actually quite torn because it's techie because because of how I've been brought up, I don't want to also repeat the cycle of how I've been brought up to how I'd raise my son, because I think growing up in a Nigerian Yoruba household, they just be beaten indiscriminately, to me personally. Wow. And I don't agree with that. Like any little thing, you'll get a beating for, and it's just not necessary. So I feel like they kind of overcorrect, and then the child becomes immune. So then it's like, what's the point? Hello, can you?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah, so I just think it then becomes null and void. However, I think there's a way to speak to children to where you can get your point across. But and again, I think that it starts from early. I feel like if you're gonna just leave the child and not instill any discipline from early, then that's when I feel like problems arise. And also, you have to assess your child. You need to assess your child. Every child is definitely different. So you need to assess your child and how your child reasons, how your child behaves. What are you doing in front of your child? Because I feel like also that makes a difference. Because they also mimic behaviors. So I think people need to take that into consideration. For me and my son, I'm not gonna lie, I've smacked. I don't believe in banning it altogether. However, I feel like for me personally, it's a last measure. Like that shouldn't be your first go to. And I feel like growing up, that was a lot of parents' just go to straight. Like there was no questions asked, there was no reasoning, the child wouldn't even know why they're getting smacked. Which I feel like, what is the point of that? Like they'll literally smack the child, and it's just like there's no talking through, nothing like that. And again, I don't agree with the gentle parenting. I don't really agree with all of that. That's great. People who can do it, kudos to you. I personally think when I look at it, it just looks funny to me, the way they talk to them. And anyway, I guess that's a me problem, because I don't have patience. I can't lie to you. I don't have patience. So I also have to take that into consideration when I'm teaching my son. However, I do try to talk first, explain first. Also, I try to talk in a tone that he knows the difference. Like, he knows that there's a hierarchy here. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. So once he hears the tone, normally he can course correct himself, and he doesn't because he doesn't like to hear that tone, or he doesn't like any slight octave. Yeah, he doesn't even like it. Like it becomes like a disappointment. So again, with me, my parents ruled with fear. They ruled with discipline, fear, and a part of me is like, it was good because the path I went down, I wouldn't have went down any other. I went down a good path, should I say? But that's because I feared them, not because of anything else. And I don't think that that's really good, because like Esther said, there's certain things I wouldn't even come to them to speak to about. I won't have freely conversations, because I just feel like there's a blockage there because of the way I would react in fear. So I was like, why should I tell you something? Because I'm in fear of what you may do. So I don't think that's really good. I feel like you need to find a balance in that as well. So I don't think ruling smacking out altogether, but it shouldn't be you're just indiscriminately beating your child, or just that's your first go-to. I think if that's your first go-to, you got problems. I'm sorry. That's not something you should just go straight to in.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you're an abusive parent, basically.
For some parents, where that is where they're going to the first thing, and I don't think that's correct. Like, it's not necessary. But I think also again in this day and age, social media is running people's kids. The tablet is running people's kids. They don't even see outside. They don't see anything. So a lot of things are running people's kids right now instead of the parents, and I think that's also the issue. So, but yeah, it's a touchy subject for me, because I don't think you should rule in fear. I don't think that works very well. However, I also feel like I'll turn out good. So it's a catch-22. So anyway, that's what I wanted to add to the conversation.
Thanks, girl.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, everybody's different. Some people are different. Some people are in single parent households. There's single women with young boys running around. Even like when I speak to my mum laughs at me when she sees me dealing with my son and going through stuff with my son, yeah, and she's laughing because she's saying, you was exactly the same as this.
Yeah.
Or you was even worse. Like, you wouldn't listen. You would keep pushing it. You do whatever you want. No matter what I say, you keep going, and you kept going, and you kept going. And you'll get to a point where I'm going to have to, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, or what do I do? Because you're not going to rule me in this house. You know what I'm trying to say? You're a baby. And Christy said it right. Like, that shouldn't be your first go-to, and just indiscriminately beating your youth and just doing it with no reason or whatever. Because again, like I said, I think that would just make you an abusive parent if that's your go-to.
But I feel like a lot of people are abusive parents, because it might not be your first go-to, but it will. A lot of times, with your child getting smacked, It depends where, what mood the child has met you in. If you've had a long day, long work, whatever, that might be the first time that you're telling the kid off for something, but you're lashing out at the children. How many people actually calmly smack their children? How many people actually explain things to their child and be like, no, this is why you shouldn't blah, 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 or actually look into the reason why it is that your child is acting the way they're acting. Again, a lot of kids, it's a lot of mimic behavior.
No, you're
so
right.
if you're saying that your child is, if you're smacking your child for swearing, where do you think they learn the swear words from? If you're smacking your child for being violent, where have they learned that violence from? Because again, you smack them or whatever is happening in your household. So they now think that the best way to solve a conflict is to just throw hands. That's
But
how
they
you
also go
do you
to
get what I
school
mean?
and pick up a lot of things. When they go to school,
just
everything
like-
And you're
changes.
right,
And then you got to
absolutely.
make them come home and let them know that this is not acceptable in my
Absolutely,
household.
but then-
and again, you need to communicate. If I beat my son, I tell him exactly why I beat him.
yeah.
I tell him exactly why he got beat, and I tell him I didn't want to do that, but you need to know your dad's a madman, and if you do that 10 times, I'm gonna beat you 10 times in a row. So please don't do this no more. You know what I'm trying to say? In an ideal world, you would never do this. We would never have to get here. I don't want you to do this. I don't want to get here. But you cannot do this. You are not allowed to do this. And that's it.
Yeah, I just don't think smacking should be the go-to. And I think a lot of times people use the saying of I turned out all right. And this is not, of course, not shade at Christy or anything, but I hear this all the time.
I don't know.
A lot of you are not right.
I'm all right.
You're not.
What?
A lot of you are not right.
I'm a great
A
man.
lot of you are not all right. Like, you're not all right.
But you know, it's
Just say FYI.
it's one of those things where it's one of those arguments that I guess like capitalists and socialists have, where it's like you can never know unless you're actually in that situation. So, for example, like you rightly said, where you basically was like, oh, a lot of us are not all right. For example, yeah. The reality is, because we were smacked, if we wasn't smacked, we'll never know if it would be worse.
Yeah.
No,
know
but
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
look at people that weren't smacked.
Yeah.
And I can see how they've turned out because, again, they know how to communicate. They know how to end conflict without resorting to violence. When you look at adults who are in public and someone disrespects them or whatever it is, and their first thing they want to do is to hit them and stuff like that, that person was more than likely smacked as a kid, because you've grown up believing that the best way to solve conflict, rather than using your words to explain why this has upset you, is you want to use aggression and violence and stuff. But the thing as well is that not many people, again, explain that. You might explain to your child why it is that you smack them, but not many people do that. Not many people can process emotion. And that's the thing with, like, even kids getting smacked. Not many people smack their kids and then come back and be like, do you know what, actually, like, I've smacked my little sister before and I apologized to her. Like, I've told her off before and I've apologized to her, like, because, again, it's about communication. It's about her understanding things. Like, I don't advocate for smacking anymore and stuff like that, but even when I tell her off and I'm like, you're so silly, I tell her off badly.
Yeah.
When things are calm, I always call her back and I'm like, and she'll be like, oh no, it's okay. I'm like, no. I always say to her, like, no, accept my apology because I shouldn't have lashed out on you or I shouldn't have lashed out at you like that. Not many people do that. So a lot of people grow up not knowing how to communicate, not like feeling something and not understanding, why do I feel anger? A lot of that anger is about shame. But then because you don't like the feeling of shame and you can't recognize the feeling of shame within you, you just want to punch someone or you just want to hit them or whatever to get rid of that feeling, but it's not going to get rid of that feeling. 100%. So even like with smacking and stuff, like I can understand you want to smack here and there. Fair enough. If that's what you want to do, that's fair enough. But however, if you don't get to the bottom of it, you're going to keep smacking that child until one day that child hits you back. You're going to be smacking your child until they're flipping 20-something.
But sometimes
in my mind, the older they get, the less reason there is for it. Once they get older and you start thinking more and they can think more, you can communicate properly and they can understand more. Do
you think that's because they become less naughty?
Huh?
Do you think that's because they become less naughty? Or they're just better now at hiding their naughtiness from you so that there's no consequences, that they know you're going to hit them?
Well, that's still behaving to me.
Nah, man.
That's behaving to me. Yeah, a win is a win. You're hiding.
This is brought from the person that said they're fine. Okay.
Hiding, like, if I don't see, if I don't know, if you're not rude in front of me, you're not doing it. I don't know.
It's still happening though, because think about it. They're hiding it from you. No, wait. They're hiding it from you.
How can they be rude or not?
No, wait. They're hiding it from you. No, I'm not talking about rudeness. I'm talking about them being naughty or whatever it is. Because, again, these traits progress to other stuff. So let's just say they're still naughty. They're hiding it from you, whatever. One day, police knocks on your door telling you your kid was out here stealing the shops. But they've been stealing for time. They were just hiding from you.
Kids
Would you say
that have never been
that's
beaten in their
thingy?
life still, you know?
Say again?
Kids that have never been beaten in their life still, you know?
Yeah, but we're not talking
It's
about
easy to
that's
find
fair.
a correlation between them. You can massage stats to look however you want. There's people that ain't never been touched in their life that are serial killers.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, because what
It
I'm
has
saying...
to have something to do with it.
No, it doesn't.
So that means
Because
that means that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about either.
No, it doesn't. If you let me finish my sentence, you will know what I'm talking about. Those children as well lacked discipline. What I'm saying is that there are other methods of discipline than smacking your children.
And then
The
when the
children who
methods
grow up,
don't
let me
work-
finish. The children who grow up as well, who are doing whatever they're doing and doing whatever badness they are, they might have been disciplined, they might not be disciplined. Some of this stuff as well is DNA. There's a whole thing about that as well. However, let's just say that they weren't disciplined. That's probably why they turn out that way. But they're kids as well that you can discipline from today to tomorrow. It could be smacking, it could be gentle parenting, it could be whatever you want to do. But your child is just a piece of shit and they're going to go and do piece of shit stuff. That doesn't matter. But we're talking right now, we're talking about smacking. And I'm saying that smacking is not the only form of discipline there should be. Whenever people talk about discipline, the first go-to is always smacking. But a lot of times when you smack your children, you're not smacking them from a healthy place. Yeah. You're beating them, or you're not. It's not smacking. It's not a gentle smack. It's not a gentle smack where you then explain to them what is that they've done wrong. Like Christy was saying, like I grew up in an environment where a lot of times you just get beats. You don't even know what you're getting beat for. And a lot of the times as well, like you're not even getting beaten for things that shouldn't happen. Like kids make mistakes. Yeah. A child is a child. A child is going to stand on the sofa and just want to jump off it. Yeah. You're smacking the child for being naughty. How was I, as a child, as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, whatever, how am I supposed to know that this thing is naughty? You're smacking your child for being rude. Where is your child learning language and speech from? Is it not you? Is it not that have they not seen how it is that you're reacting, you're speaking to other people? Yes, you might say from school and whatever it is. And yes, they can come home and they can speak and you can correct these things. But a lot of times when they're learning stuff from you, their formative years, it's from the parents. It's from the people that you've got your kids around. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and again, if you speak to your children and stuff, that's how your kids will go to childminders and whatnot. If you've got that relationship with your child, when your kids go to childminders, when they come back, you are able to find out what the other kids are doing, and you will know that actually maybe that's not where I want my children around. But again, it's about people have to be present parents. If you're a present parent, you can get to the bottom and the root of why is your child might be acting a damn fool, or why your child might be doing this, or like just figure out other ways to do stuff. Your child might be doing mischievous, cheeky things around them because they're bored out of their skull.
100%.
You wouldn't know these things if you're just smacking them because you feel like they're just being naughty. And again, when you're interpreting everything as them being naughty, sometimes it's not them being naughty. Yeah. Sometimes the child is neurodivergent. Sometimes the child's got different needs. Sometimes the child is not learning the way that other kids are learning in school. But the teacher's like, oh, they're talking back. Because the kid is bored. Yeah. Doesn't feel challenged. The kid is smarter than the class they placed the kid in. But you wouldn't know that because the child has come back home and told you now that, your teacher said they were rude to you, blah, blah. Now you're smacking your child. Smacking should not be the go-to for parenting, for discipline.
I think to be fair though, I think for a lot of people who, obviously I'm definitely going to be generalizing here, but for a lot of people who do smack their kids, who are sensible, rational people, smacking isn't the go-to. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? And for me as well, I'm not just gonna wake up, see you running around and just start smacking you. I'm not an animal. I love you more than life. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that your life is a productive one. And so I have to do what's necessary to discipline you. And kids don't reason like us. So we have to, speak to them and warn them and things of that nature. But sometimes you have to do what's necessary.
I think smacking is lazy parenting, by the way.
Yeah, sometimes it definitely 100%. Is. 100%. Sometimes it definitely is. But sometimes the kids, again, they don't reason like us. And we can't say, how we reason with the adults is how we should sort of reason with kids, because an adult has been a kid and had years to develop to recognize certain things. That kid you're trying to develop that kid into something. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we're kind of speaking about extremes here, but if you balance it with love, the kid will know that you love them. Both my parents beat me, right? And obviously my relationship with both my parents is different. But my mum beat me, and there's not one person in the world I think loves me more than my mum to this day. You know what I'm saying? And that's with beating. So it's not the beating part of it. It's the other things as well. And if, like you said, Esther, if you're a lazy parent, you've got so much on your plate, maybe you're a single parent too, there ain't no dad in the house and all sorts of stuff, that your go-to may start to default towards smacking, and that's where you get the issues. But it's not the smacking necessarily, but the other factors in your life that's causing you to lash out and make the whole situation worse. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, that's crazy. See, trust me, Caribbean household, they know who don't hear will feel. That is gospel. You see, if you don't listen. And also, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out.
Literally. So funny.
You know what the thing is though? For me, yeah, maybe this is definitely another topic. I think sometimes the words are worse than smacking.
You could be hella abusive with words. You could say things that will mess up your kid's head.
Yeah,
talking about because you're not hitting them and say you could be You can mash them up.
The things you can say to kids, man.
You know what it is? Each to their own. There's no, I don't believe there's no right or wrong. Well, there is wrong, because if you're abusive, it's wrong. But as far as your disciplining style, what you got to do, it goes from case to case. And even people with multiple kids will know that it goes from case to case. There'll be one of your youths you might have to beat all the time, but the other one you don't never have to beat. Because they're different, innit? So it goes by case scenario, innit? Everybody's different. But you got to do whatever works for you and however you see fit in your household. Like you said, first dates conversations, don't be having kids with people, because if you have a kid with me and you're some idiot, want to just sit down and tell them to blow the anger out and naughty corner and let them get away with murder, they ain't gonna work with me, because I'm gonna tether you up in the yard. So you need to know what you're getting yourself into.
You're so hilarious.
I just tell you the truth, and whatever you think of me, I don't care, because you ain't got my use anyway, so I don't give a fuck. You get me? Ain't changing nothing. So it's each of their own. You got to do what works for you, and hopefully we raise these kids into beautiful kings and queens, man.
Yeah,
because they're the future. So that's it, I suppose.
All right, I guess we can wrap it for the day there.
Oh, headlines.
All right, people. So our next line, Google fires 28 staff after office sit-ins to protest cloud contract with Israel. Right. So these workers, they held a sit-in at the company's office in California and New York over Google's contracts to provide custom tools for the Israeli military. Google's now, like I just mentioned, fired 28 employees involved in these protests over the tech company's cloud computing contract with the Israeli government. This according to statements from the company and also from campaigners. The workers held sit-ins at the company's offices in California and New York over Google's $1.2 billion contract to provide custom tools for Israelis' military. They were fired on Wednesday evening after police earlier arrested 9 people. Google said a small number of employee protesters entered and disrupted a few of our locations. After refusing multiple requests to leave the premises, law enforcement was engaged to remove them to ensure office safety. Next headline, and the 12 jurors set to sit in on Donald Trump's hush money trial have finally been selected after almost 200 candidates were considered, with more than 100 excused due to their inability to be impartial. The judge, Mr. Juan Merchant, has spent the majority of the first week of the trial considering 2 groups of 96 potential jurors. Although the 12 have now been selected, Merchant still needs to find 6 backup candidates so that the selection process will continue. The first round found 7 jurors out of the group of 96, but on Thursday morning, 2 were excused before the second round of voting for the next group began. And our last headline takes us to Dubai, where Dubai International Airport, which is one of the world's busiest aviation hubs, remained in disarray on Thursday after unprecedented heavy rain led to airliners having to negotiate flooded runways. While check-ins for Emirates and Fly Dubai, the airport's 2 main operators, had reopened, the airport warned that its Terminal 3 was experiencing high volumes of travelers as airlines tried to handle the backlog from cancellations and delays. There was a statement on the website and said there's currently a high volume of guests in the Terminal 3 check-in area. Passengers should come to Terminal 3 if they have received a confirmation from the airline regarding their flight departure. Agency videos showed large crowds of passengers at the airport, which was recently named as the 2nd busiest worldwide. And that's it for our headlines. Time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road. All right, so where am I today? I feel like today is just excellence type of news. So I reported on Ashanti and Nelly yesterday, talking about, obviously she's confirmed that she's pregnant, but what I forgot to say, or what I did not say, because I was just too excited to see the video about the baby, is that they're actually engaged as well. I'm really, really happy for them. Like, I'm just happy for them. I don't remember, Gina, when we talked about it.
Yeah,
do you remember?
I'm happy that everyone can shut their mouth now.
Listen.
I saw too many think pieces about how Ashanti's embarrassing because she allowed a man to spin the block, and rather than get married, she's just decided to get pregnant for him after he didn't want to commit to her, and that's why Miss Jackson left him, and blah, 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 and blah. There you have it. They're getting married. And she's having a baby. Next.
I'm proud of them. So I'm laughing at something else. Yeah, I'm happy for them, man. I love that for them. So, like I said yesterday, her video that she posted on Instagram was with Essence, but she actually had an exclusive interview with Essence. And talking about motherhood, she said, this new year of my life, is such a blessing, full of love, hope, and anticipation. Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience. I love that. I love it for them so much, man. Absolutely here for it. So that's wonderful. And then also, what am I talking about next? Let's go. Hold on. Oh yeah, so Davido is going to be launching his own music label, which is really, really sick, man. Here for it. So he's partnered with he secured a United Masters deal. And yeah, he's going to be launching his own label record, and it's called 9 Plus. Love that for him. He also, the other day, sold out Madison Square Garden, had a sold out show, which I heard was really, really good. So big up Davido on that front. But yeah, man. So in the press release about the label, he says, I couldn't be more proud to partner with Steve and the team at United Masters. This announcement represents an exciting new chapter for developing and establishing artists around the world. That's amazing, man. Afrobeats is really doing what it needs to be doing. But I'm absolutely here for it. So congratulations to the video on that. Also, there is a lovely man in Nigeria. His name is Tunde Onakoya, and he is currently trying to break the Guinness World Record for chess playing, the longest chess playing marathon. So I believe the record at the moment is 54 or 53, I think. And his aim is 36. And he just posted actually on Twitter. Well, his team just posted on Twitter that he's 40 hours in. Yeah, so he's aiming for 58. So I think the current record is 56. But yeah, so he's aiming for 58. And yeah, they posted on his Twitter, saying 40 hours in. We are just 18 hours from the moment we have all been waiting for. The love from different corners of the world is incredible, and my gratitude is beyond words. Let's continue spreading the word until we hit the 58-hour and $1 million milestone for the education of children with the gift of chess. Thank you. So his story, like every time I come across it on Twitter, it just melts my heart. So basically, he's a guy who grew up in the slums in Nigeria, and essentially, he's really he's so skilled and talented at chess. And what he's done is that he's then also helped take other children, homeless children, kids that live so in Nigeria, it's some kids live under the bridge, essentially under what bridges do we even have in this country? There's no bridges here. A bridge in Nigeria.
Tower Bridge.
Down the bridge.
You can't
But
live
not them
like
type
this.
of big bridge.
Yeah. But yeah, so in Nigeria, so basically bridges, sometimes you have people living, homeless people living under them.
Yeah.
So he did a whole thing with helping children come out of the slums and come out of there and starting charities where they can then go to school and kind of just have homes for them. And it's absolutely beautiful. Honestly, he's such a great guy. Great guy. So a lot of them as well are so skilled and so great at chess. He teaches them chess and they're so intelligent. A lot of times people are so intelligent, they just don't have the opportunity. So he's been really, really amazing in doing that for children and stuff. It's been absolutely amazing. But yeah, man, he's sick, and he's 30 hours in and aiming 40 hours in, and he's aiming for 58 hours, and it's just amazing. So I'm looking forward to next week when I can report that he's done it, because he will do it. Amen. Also, in really, really good, amazing news, Shxtsngigs sold out the O2. The O2, 20,000 capacity. I'm so proud of them. I'm just beyond proud of them. I've never been so proud of strangers than I have been just watching their growth and watching how their trajectory and just everything. Even recently, there was a list of the top podcasters, and they're number 2. I think Joe Rogan was number 1. They're number 2. Then I believe Breakfast Club was number 3 or something like that. But they are amazing, man. I'm so proud of them. But they posted a video yesterday, just saying, yeah, man, we've sold out the O2. See you guys. I think this show is May the 26th, I believe. Double check that. It is May 26th, actually. It is. But they posted on the Twitter saying the O2 show is officially sold out. We're incredibly grateful to all of our supporters for making this possible and for the love you've shown us over the past few years. Can't wait for you to see what we have in store for May 26th. Love, love, love. That's what they always sign out with. Love, 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 gang, gang, gang. Really, really lovely. So big up Fuhad, big up James. That is absolutely record breaking. A podcast selling out O2, that's a big deal. But big up them. But that's it for me, man. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, so before we continue, the results of the poll. The question, sorry, no, you hear me. The question was, should parents be legally prohibited from smacking their children? 34% say parenting is up to the individuals. 26% say no, a valid form of discipline. 23% say all smacking should be banned. And 16% say should be guidance for alternatives.
Okay. Wonderful. It's wonderful, Abby.
So we won.
That's good. Do you know who the real winners here?
The kids.
All them psychologists and therapists that have to diagnose all of y'all. All right, People's Journal.
I thought it was the kids, man.
Nah, the kids. Do you think the kids are winning? You're getting smacked up?
The real winners.
Yeah, I'll go to nursery and go and take a survey.
Getting raised into kings and queens.
All right.
And trolls.
Welcome to the People's Journal. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give the news from an economics point of view. Literally only two things to talk about today, Very, very short. First is, and this might be something that's going to make some of you people who don't like to work unhappy.
You really don't like to work.
Rishi Sunak is calling for an end to the sick note culture.
What?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Because you're saying people are taking advantage.
Oh, shut up. Why is always worried about the wrong things? Obviously, I don't do that now, but like, what's your business?
Yeah, he's been warning against, in his words, over-medicalizing the everyday challenges and worries of life.
Oh, he's definitely a smacker. He's speaking like a right smacker. You don't care what nobody... Man said everyday challenges of life, while he lives in a lovely mansion and there's billions in his account. Boy, shut up. Just short self.
Well, the Prime Minister, he wants to shift the focus to, again, in his words, what people can do with the right support in place rather than what they can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, he also wants sick notes to be issued by specialist work and health professionals rather than GPs. Obviously, he's saying this to reduce the workload.
First of all...
But we know why.
Any GP professionals?
You know what I'm saying? But,
Not to him.
But yeah, man.
That doesn't even make sense. So what are they going to be? That's someone that works for the company.
Like an occupational health therapist.
Within the
maybe.
company.
Oh, you mean maybe,
So then that means they've got the company's interest at heart. So
And
they're not
they're
really
gonna
going to
say
sign people off.
Yeah.
They're gonna fire you instead.
GPs are impartial. If you need that, that's
No,
not.
but I hear you. You want time off? You can have all the time off you want. Fired.
Yeah. But obviously some people do take advantage though, innit?
Yeah, but that's none of his business.
Stay out.
That's
But
none
it's
of his
messing
business.
up. You can't be. That means you're just making money for nothing.
That's the game. It's loopholes. Life's about
Exactly.
life's about give
And-
and take.
Yeah. And
Are they
you're trying to
complaining when
close
they got
that.
you in there till 8, 9 o'clock?
Exactly.
And you're supposed to be home, but you're supposed to leave at 5. Are they saying anything? You get me? You got to take the rough with the smooth. So when you're giving all them overtime, the unpaid overtime, you got to get the days back where you can.
Yeah.
Life's about balance.
Well, I agree with that one. That balance. I agree with.
Well, Mr. Sunak is set to say in a speech, and these are his words again, we should see it as a sign of progress that people can talk openly about mental health conditions in a way that only a few years ago would have been unthinkable. And I would never dismiss or downplay the illnesses people have. But just as it would be wrong to dismiss this growing trend, so it would be wrong merely to sit back and accept it because it's too hard or too controversial or for fear of causing offense. Doing so would let down many of the people our welfare system was designed to help. He will also say that there's a growing body of evidence that good work can actually improve mental health and physical health. So guys, if you're feeling down, go to work.
That's so funny. No, because honestly, that's basically what he's saying. He's saying like, listen, I get all this mental health stuff, but everyone's got a mental health of sorts. I hear people say that it gives me the ick so bad. People's like, everyone's got mental health. Mental health what? Anyway. Yeah, Rishi, you're worried about the wrong thing, so.
He went on to say,
why do they do this, by the way?
what do you mean?
He's going to make a speech and you tell us what the speech is and then people tune in for the speech.
Well, so you don't have to.
Fair. That's true. That's what TDA does.
You know
That
what
is
I'm
true.
saying? Yeah, we don't want to waste our time with such things.
Absolutely.
I've got to go and get a new doctor's note.
Get your last orders in, guys.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the last thing is he wanted to say, well, he's going to say, we need to be more ambitious about helping people back to work and more honest about the risk of over-medicalizing the everyday challenges and worries of life.
Yeah, funny is telling job employers to help people nurse them back to health. I'm trying to hear from my manager when I'm off sick.
In fact, let me read some more of the speech, yeah? So he says here, we don't just need to change the sick note. We need to change the sick note culture. So the default becomes what work you can do, not what you can't. right? Building on the pilots we've already started, we're going to design a new system where people have easy and rapid access to specialized work and health support to help them back to work from the very first fit note conversation. These people. We're also going to test shifting the responsibility for assessments from GPs and giving it to specialist work and health professionals who have dedicated time to provide an objective assessment of someone's ability to work and the tailored support they need to do so. Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll just
Ebony
leave it
said she bets Rishi wasn't being as a child. Yeah, here he is. I tell you, Rishi, Suella, what was that one? Priti Patel? They beat him mercilessly, and here we are, suffering the consequences.
Yes.
They rose to the top of government.
Big up their parents. At what cost? Being cussed every other day.
They billionaires.
Thick skin.
Thick skin.
Yeah.
Last thing I wanted to mention is Airpiece, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they've introduced, they've announced the introduction of expanded route options for its recently launched Lagos to London service.
That's quick.
So obviously, Lagos to London, you've got to make your way to Lagos. Now, you can come from Abuja.
You've got to make your way to Lagos.
Yeah, because you can get the same flight from Abuja, for example.
Oh,
to
nice.
Lagos and then go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So not just Abuja though, Asaba as well.
Oh, nice.
Benin, Enugu,
Nice. Oh, wow.
Warri as well.
To London?
Yes.
That's
no,
sick.
well, it's going to go via Lagos. But you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but you're
Yeah.
still on... What, they're picking people up?
You know how sometimes if you're
That'd
going
be
to picking people up from Lagos.
Yes, imagine it's time from Enugu.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
you get to Lagos, but then people have to board the plane quickly.
Yeah.
It's like a bus stop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's lit.
I had to do that one time. Where did I go? I can't remember where I went.
And then you just stayed on the plane.
Yeah, stayed on the plane. And then people just came on. Yeah.
That is so lit.
Just expanding opportunities for people, you know what I'm saying? To
That's
really
lit.
Yeah, man. So,
That's really good because only British Airways goes to Abuja.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when I was going, that was the only people. So you know I paid the arm and the flipping leg.
well, Airpiece is really changing things. Man. Hopefully they get the support they need, man.
That's really good, man.
But
Big up
yes,
them.
that is pretty much it for the People's Journal today.
Wonderful. All right, let's get into some sis. What would you do?
I don't know what the previous thing was.
Esther, can
Oh,
you read
yeah.
it, please?
Okay.
I can read it though.
No, I know, but the context is a carry on from.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like,
Oh,
I don't have a clue.
okay, hold on. Sorry.
But I still can read it though.
Okay, you can read them. And I'll give you the tea.
So it says, thanks Esther and Brent for the advice. I hope Brent that you seeing me helped you give me more solid advice. Haha. To all y'all that are asking why I'm so keen at 23 is because my dad always told me from young to find a good woman and keep her. He always gives me advice because I'm the youngest of four and I'm the only boy. My mum and dad will be married 35 years in June, and their relationship has always been something that me and my siblings and my other family members, or even just other people in general, look up to, and I've always wanted something like that. They're so cool to me. I feel like I was born too late, haha. I'm born in August 2000. I don't mean to be rude, but with joining the community to chat to some ladies, which I definitely wouldn't mind, I'd be a bit out of place because I know the majority of the ladies would all say I'm too young for them, and I'm preferably looking for someone younger than me. That being said, I will join when the time is right. I wouldn't mind taking out Esther and Gina for some food, but I don't chat to taken women. I'm going to respect both Curtis Jackson and Margs. Ha 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 ha.
Excuse me? So you can respect Marks all you like, but there's no man attached to me. Excuse me?
so
Do you see
done.
anything on this finger?
Hold
Until I'm engaged.
Retweet.
Until I'm engaged,
Retweet,
no
please.
man can claim me.
My
Like,
question for you
hell no.
is, you said I look like I like white women. How? Help me change, laugh out loud. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the relationship. If you wouldn't mind, you can answer on live, even though the audience won't know what I look like. Cheers. Sorry for throwing you off with the dark skin praise, then mentioning Mariah first. Should have
Can you
mentioned.
imagine?
I should have mentioned Lupita first. Wishing you well, Dwayne, with an A in, not a NYE. It's 1-0 Drake, by the way.
I like Dwayne, you know.
I like Dwayne,
Is
man.
he
He's a
young?
good
He
vibe.
sounds. He's.
He's like
Yeah, he's
23 or
24.
something.
Oh,
23,
so
sorry.
You're
What
my
year
little
in?
sister. You're my little
Have you
sister.
still got his pictures, Brent?
Yes.
Show Gina.
So basically, he wrote into us to ask about basically wanting to find a girl, but then when he moves to black women, they don't really success rate is not really given.
But when he moves to
White women,
Still no.
they're loving it, basically. So that was he messaged us about that basically. Big up
I
Dwayne
don't
though.
think you know what. It's the Oibo women comment that I'm trying to
Sinking.
thingy. I don't think he looks like he likes white women. But
No, that was just a light joke.
No, wait, there's
Was
a
it
but,
actually?
Because usually everything before the butt's bullshit. So go on.
But
nah, but I don't
What you
know. I don't know. Do you know what? I think it just depends on the kind of black women that you're going for, to be honest.
oh, also his friends are like basketball players. So when he's, I guess, yeah, he's around a lot. His friends are basketball players and stuff like that.
And he's
So-
a short king.
So
yeah,
they're
and
very tall. And
He's 5'9".
Okay, that's not short.
That's not short. That's what I'm trying to tell these people.
Yeah.
Short people always be talking.
Yeah, but you're tall. Everybody's short to you. Everybody.
If I'm tall,
There's no difference between Tory Lanez and Loons. You said 5'9". Everyone is they're all the same height to you. They're all short.
okay, so they're not short. They're just average.
They're average. That's the average.
Yeah,
that's the
I don't
average
think
height for a
5'9"
man.
They're
is short.
5'9" for a man is short. 5'7" and 5'6" is
Hello?
gal height.
No.
How tall are you?
Come to my country. 5'9" is not.
5'9" a giant.
Ghanaian men. 5'9" is.
Goliath.
Oh, is it?
Ghanaian men.
What's that guy?
Yeah, most
What's
of them.
that?
are tall.
Yeah, but how tall are you?
I think I'm tall.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what's your actual height?
I'm 5'7".
You're
People tell me that
5'7"?
I'm not, but
So as a female,
Nigerian.
5'7", your average height is a decent height. For a
no,
man,
because I think average height for a female
Strider.
is generally 5'5", I believe.
5'6", I think it is in England or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, fees.
So you're around average height.
I'm taller than average.
For a man to be 2 inches taller than you, he's not tall. You are short compared to me, no?
Yeah.
Then 5'9" short too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's her
everybody- that's
point.
what I'm saying to
because
you
you're
though.
tall, everybody
No,
is going
not,
to be
I'm
short.
not even in comparison. I'm saying it's
All them
short.
smacks got you on a loop. We're saying the same thing.
No, but I'm saying it's short. Anything tall, a tall person,
Yeah.
a tall woman
Yeah.
would be 5'10", 5'11". It's a tall woman.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? A tall man
Yeah.
is 6 foot 6'1". That's a tall man.
But what's the average? Okay, let's say average
So
height.
if you're 5'9", you're short. Not in comparison. I'm just saying that's just what you are. It's not a bad thing. We're using short like
But
it's a
let me ask you
derogatory
a
term.
question. So then what's average?
Yeah, what's your
what's
average?
average?
What's for you? What's average? Because if you're saying 5'9" is short, what's average? How tall are you?
I'm like 6'3", 6'4", maybe if I
Oh,
stand
calm
straight.
down. Because
Oh,
you know what I
I
knew,
knew stuff,
yeah?
man,
I
move.
knew asking you was going to add some razzle dazzle. No.
Listen, he loves it.
No.
So let's just say you're 6'3",
Only,
yeah?
Okay.
So, and you're saying 5'9" is short.
How many inches is that's like what 6, 7 inches, 6 inches shorter than me. 5
Well, from what?
from 6'3" to 5'9". How many
Yeah.
inches is in between that?
Yeah,
A few
about
inches.
6.
6 inches, brother. That's
Anyway, Dwayne is 5'9". Because I don't know why we're here now.
That's what I'm asking. What's average? You haven't answered my
what's the
question.
average height for men?
Yeah, what would you say is average?
What do you think average height for men is? Don't say 6 foot.
Like an average height or the average height? Like the UK average.
What's the average height?
The UK average height for men is like about 5'9".
No, because just
But they're short. The average man's
said-
short. The average man in the UK is short.
No, that's what I'm asking you. Forget the UK average because you're basically saying.
Oh, what's the average height? Like a decent height for a
for
man?
you that you're saying anyone who's
Like 5'11".
Okay, so you say average is 5'11", anything 5'9" is short.
If
Okay,
you're 5'8" and that, you're short.
okay.
That's what I believe. If you're like 5'11", then you're like a. That's all right. That's not a thing.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
you're not tall, but you're not.
No,
short.
I hear it.
You get me?
Anyway,
Sorry, get back in the car. Let's talk about Dwayne.
it's too late. I'm
What did you think
So
of Dwayne?
Dwayne wants to.
I was saying just that he looks a bit like Notes.
Okay.
Man, Notice is a good looking guy.
So he wants to
Well,
know
before
how
it's
he
like
can
just invade mum in
change his rep with black women.
He was just saying the black women that he likes
Don't like him back.
don't like him back.
Okay.
When he goes out of his race, he gets more luck.
Can I just say
Can
that
I be
Mr.
honest,
Elusive
though?
just made a good point. He said, why are you moving to white women if that's not what you want?
True.
But also,
Because white women are always
yeah,
going to love a black man.
And I was about to say this,
Big up
and,
Mr.
and I was about to
Elusive.
say not even in a rude, disrespectful way, yeah, but they're gagging and dying for it.
Literally.
So,
So I-
black
so
man's
any
the prize. So, of course you're
anybody
gonna
who
take
goes
it.
with them, and this isn't me to make you feel less good about yourself here, but don't get excited because white women like you. Sorry. Like,
No, but the thing
you
is, he
just have to be
doesn't.
black.
He wants what he wants. He wants the black.
black
You know what I'm
woman,
saying?
yeah, but
But
he
What
said
obviously-
type, of, what type of black woman are you going for?
He's Mariah Carey.
He said Mariah Carey.
Well, black women. Well, Mariah Carey.
He said he likes all shades of black women.
Nah,
he
stop
said
that.
like Mariah Carey.
Don't put Mariah Carey in there.
But that's
but that's
why.
what he says.
Respectfully.
Nah, but okay, big up Dwayne though. But yeah, so he wants a black woman. But I can't remember what did we even say to him. We just said to him basically, I think you don't like white women, to be honest with you. I just think that you will find the right black woman for you. It's just about it's just time, man. Do you mean all I ever care about is black men? And I haven't found the one yet. It's just you just find the one when you do. Do you get what I mean? I don't think it's like a oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying. If you're dating, that's what I said to him before. If your dating pool was solely black women, then you'd find a black woman. You know what I'm trying to say? And you'll find, obviously not like Mariah Carey or nothing like that, but I'm saying like there's all different types of black women. Black women come in all shapes and sizes.
And
you know what I'm trying to say? And shades, yeah. So if you use solely like focus on black women, you're gonna find one that likes you because every pot's got a lid.
And even if you want to use dating websites or dating apps and stuff like that, I'm sure you can do your selection to be only black women. But even if not, the white women that try to match with you don't match with them. I honestly think it's just time, Dwayne. I think it's great that your dad's raised you the way he has in terms of respecting women and wanting to find the right woman and not mess about with women and stuff like that. I think that's big up to your dad for that. If I was in charge of the horn button, I'd give a horn for your dad, right? Big up your dad. But I just think that don't put too much pressure on yourself. You're only 23, and I don't mean to sound condescending, but you will just find the right woman when you do. And when you do, you'll be so glad that you curved all them over white women. It's just time. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed, man. Only 23, innit?
Yeah, man. But I like that. But I think it's just when you come from a serious family where you've seen like good love and all that kind of stuff. Like I can understand why he's like that. He probably end up getting married by 25, to be fair, because it's intentional.
Apparently he's from Hackney, man. That's a natural born winner right there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right, man.
I take your guys' word
Got champion in your blood.
There you go. So just focus on the I keep saying white. Focus on the black women, Dwayne. You will definitely find them. But yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just
Pick up, Dwayne.
let me just address something. Thank you, my AI, for sending this through.
Thank you, Brent AI. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Managed to whip this up. There we go. All right, 2 questions came in.
Love that.
And my AI sent it to me. And I sent Stephen the question so that he could send us a voice note in response to it.
And has he?
He has.
Big up, Stephen. This worked great.
All right, so the first one was, do you have proof of assurance?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So regarding the advanced assurance, we can include the confirmation from HMRC on a place called the data room, which you'll be able to access via the pitch page when you log on to your Seed Legals portal. So I'll put that there.
I'll play that again. So for this advanced assurance question, you want
So
to
regarding
proof?
the advanced assurance, we can include the confirmation from HMRC on a place called the data room, which you'll be able to access via the pitch page when you log on to your Seed Legals portal. So I'll put that there.
And this is directly to Adam Smith, who asked the question.
Okay.
And this is the second response. The second question. The question was, can you increase shares over time?
So in answer to the question about increasing shares, yes, you can increase the amount of shares that you have within the actual funding round itself. So at some point we will close the funding round. And then after that point, obviously you won't be able to purchase any additional shares. The reality is that there's also the SEIS and the EIS limits of what we can receive in funding within these rounds. So for the SEIS, it's £250,000 is the maximum that we're able to receive in funding, and that's the investment scheme that has the most benefits. The EIS scheme, we can accept up to 1.75 million. But once again, that has its limitations, and once that has reached its limit, then we can't accept any more funding for those benefits. So yes, is the answer to the question. Generally, you can increase your shares, but just be aware of 1, the closing of the round, and 2, the limits for both of those schemes.
Wonderful. Thanks, Stephen.
And Stephen's just sent me a message. I have uploaded the document to the data room, so all those who have registered interest will have access to it. I have to add individual investors to the access list as and when they register. So now you have access to that.
Nice.
And I've got another comment in. Hi, Brent. Is there a deadline for investors to make an investment? no. But if you want to qualify for that particular scheme, then it is as soon as possible.
Sappity, honey.
All right. Who is this calling? Good morning.
Good morning, Curtis. I'm back.
Boom.
Why does Esther keep denying me like Peter denied Jesus?
But Esther, what?
Why do you keep denying him like Peter denied Jesus?
Sorry, is there a ring on my finger, Curtis?
Huh?
I feel like one of the first things people learn about me on this show was that I like rings. Was it not?
You're a sought after woman, though. Have you clocked that?
No.
Because these men have been fighting for your love from
true,
early.
you know.
It started with the Keto King, then Chichoke.
What?
No,
She's
no,
a
no,
married
No, it
man.
wasn't Chichoke. It was Chim. Sorry, Chim.
He's
Sorry,
a married
Chim.
man.
Sorry, Chims.
You know how he's got his
That
wife.
accident. That was accident. I was confusing you. That was accident. Yeah, so you got the Keto King definitely. Then Chims.
Nah.
Then there was
This
was
is all
there
conspiracies.
another one?
I don't think so.
There was someone, you know.
No, there wasn't.
Sure. Black, you know, she's mixed race.
There was another
When
one.
you're saying black, I feel like you're talking about 2 black parents and 4 black grandparents.
Sorry, what?
What are you talking about, guys? Is that a kid in the background?
I might be a couple minutes late because I'm in the gym in it, making sure I'm still.
No, okay, start again.
Look
What
at
are you
him.
saying?
You're such a hoe. Look at me saying himself, I'm at the gym at the moment.
Yeah, I'm saying because the way you're saying black women and you name Mariah Carey, but Mariah Carey's mixed race.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Okay.
I mean, I think, she's black, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? You think he's what?
I'm saying when you're saying black, I'm thinking you're talking like black, like 2 black.
Well, he did because he also said Lupita. He went across a range of different skin tones. He just started with Mariah Carey.
I think it's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's open. He's open to racially ambiguous. Now, he doesn't mind doing all that. He's already open. He's openly said that. What he's saying is he intentionally wants to find a black partner, innit? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but like the point that was made though, why, if that's the case, why are you moving to Babylon? That don't make no sense. That's counterproductive.
It's hard out here in this cold world.
It's
Sometimes
hard,
you've got to
man.
go where the love is.
You know what it is, yeah? I remember I had this conversation the other day with my cousin, yeah, because he's kind of like in the same situation, yeah. Like, he's kind of like, I don't know how to say it politically correctly, yeah, but he's a bit of a nerd, yeah. He's black, like me, he's black, yeah, cool. But he's from the ends, innit? But his success rate with black women is shaky, yeah. But he said the same thing. He said these white devils, they're moving like they want to free it up.
Because we are the prize, man.
They're gagging for it. Literally.
Tim
So
said,
what do you want
Tim
to
said he
do?
needs to start showing his wallet. Said he needs to start investing.
Oh yeah, because Chims was dropping bread.
I didn't see Tim's name come true with the investment interest. Esther.
Listen, all I'm
I
saying,
think he wants to enough. Chims used to speak with his wallet in it.
he did, man. He
throw
did.
it
He's
around.
listen, don't doubt Chims, man.
But Kurt, yeah, listen,
good
yeah.
at
So you see that your cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're saying you've seen for your own eyes that his success rate with black women is abysmal, what's he supposed to do? Is he just supposed to not eat? And then if the white things are all over him,
Stop for love, eating white women. God forbid. Hellfire and brimstone for them to there.
He said fire and brimstone. I'm done.
I'm saying, fam, like you said, there's a pot for every leaf. Just keep shooting your shot. You'll find someone, man.
Yeah, honestly.
If you're actually intentional about wanting a black woman, just keep shooting your shot, man. Because maybe he might be trying to go for a baddie, and the baddie might not like him.
That's what I feel, to be honest.
He doesn't strike me as someone who wants like
But that's
a
why I
baddie because he
asked.
wants to settle down.
But you know why I asked him what type of black women are you going for? Because that also is the
he
thing.
said he don't need a baddie. He said cute and what's the line that he keeps using? Cute and above or something like this. Cute and
Something, yeah.
Yeah,
but
but
like
you
a
don't-
sweet girl. I don't think he's after the baddies.
Yeah, but
Because I was saying as well that if he's around his basketball friends at like those parties and stuff, the girls that are there, he's gonna be like that sweet guy in the group of, you know what I mean? And girls are not there for that today. Like they are not there to be settled down and whatnot. Do you get me? They're there for a good time. I think, Dwayne, honestly, you got this, man. What'd you say, Curtis? What did he say? What did he say? Oh. Curtis. All right, babes. Thank you.
All right, later.
See you later. I'll speak to you later. We'll start reading into that. Yeah, man. Big up, Dwayne. Big everybody. Is that it, Brent? Any more questions?
Nah, no.
No? Okay. All right. Let's get into our last headlines then.
All right, so our next headline, big trigger warning on this one, man. This is sad news, and this is about the young boy that took his own life because
That's horrible.
of a sextortion case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So he was 16 years old from Dunblane, and he was contacting social media by someone claimed to be a young girl, but was actually a scammer who tricked him into sending an intimate image and then blackmailed him with it. So yeah, man, speaking for the first time about their son's case, Murray's parents were speaking to ITV News and said that their whole world has been shattered, man. He also had a local football club, and that's where he spent, all of his weekends with his friends and all that. And some of his friends came out and basically said, look, they don't want this to happen to any other family. And they called on social media platforms to up the safeguarding for teenagers immediately. They're sharing their story on ITV News. They shared their story, and ITV News gave exclusive stats that reveal that the UK's only helpline dedicated to helping victims of intimate image abuse received 54% more sextortion reports in 2023 than the previous years. So yeah, man, for those who don't know, sextortion is when intimate images or videos are recorded and used for financial exploitation and coercion. It's mostly committed by organised criminal gangs overseas. I think this is the case where it was done by these two Nigerian boys.
Mm.
Yeah,
that was
scammed them. Yeah.
Damn. Do you think that maybe then attitudes around sex and stuff needs to change because like that isn't something that he shouldn't feel so shamed about whatever he was doing in that to feel like he had to end his life.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible, man.
Sad.
That's horrible. R.I.P. man.
Mm-hmm. Next headline. Basically, the president of Kenya came out with some words. Basically,
a president. There's multiple.
No, the president. The president, Mr. Ruto, Mr. William Ruto. He had some words. Trigger warning on this one, guys. Basically, announcing the passing of one of the generals. He was the chief of Kenyan Defence Force, and basically, together with him in a crash, 11 other graded military personnel passed away from a helicopter crash. Yeah, man. So the helicopter went down in Kenya's Rift Valley. The chopper burst into flames, according to local media. And there's not much more to it, but the government has announced a 3-day period of national mourning commencing today in honour of the victims. And our last headline, this is a report that Esther sent to me. Right, Nestlé. Crazy, innit?
Scammers, thieves, killers.
Charlatans.
Allegedly.
And Nestlé is the world's largest consumer goods company, right? And apparently, this is what they've been doing. Yeah. They've been adding sugar and honey to infant milk and cereal products that are sold in many of the poorer countries.
Imagine.
Not only that, though, this is contrary to international guidelines aimed at preventing obesity and chronic diseases.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So campaigners from Public Eye, which is a Swiss investigative organization, they sent samples of the Swiss multinational's baby food products sold in Asia, Africa, and Latin America to a Belgian laboratory for testing. And the results and the examination of product packaging revealed added sugar in the form of sucrose and honey in samples of Nido as well. You know, Nido's big when we was back home.
Huge back
Nido
home.
Nido is big boy.
That's what I'm saying. This is why we like this so much. They're putting more sugar and honey
in there
than normal.
Poisoning the kids.
They're trying to kill us, man.
Yep.
And Cerelac as well. Yeah, all these things,
Cerelac, my sister still loves Cerelac, boy. Grown ass adult.
No, literally. You know when I used to like feed my niece and stuff, I'll just be...
You just say one for me, one for you.
Yeah. Because it's so sweet.
Girl, this is why.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Cerelac is basically aimed for kids like between 6 months and 2 years old.
Yeah, it's like
cereal, isn't it?
Yeah, cereal.
Yeah, basically, it's like baby cereal, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And this is basically the age groups that they're really targeting, man. It's sad, man. And messing them up with chronic diseases, man. And obesity later in life. In Nestlé's main European markets, including the UK, there's no added sugar in formulas for young children. Look at the difference. While some cereals aimed at older toddlers contain added sugar, there is none in products targeted at babies between 6 months and 1 year.
Do you know what's mad? Because sometimes when certain people do studies on black bodies and black BMIs and black, Like, do you know how wild that is to be poisoning kids? That's basically what it is. It's poisoning them.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and say that black people, our foods are so unhealthy that we eat in our race. Now you want us eating kale and shit. But then now you're talking about our food is so unhealthy. All it does is give us diabetes and gives us this, and it's so unhealthy, and obesity. We're more prone to obesity. These are the things they tell you at the doctor's office. Like, you know, as Africans, you're more prone to. Yes, because our food is being poisoned. That's wild. That's so horrible.
It's crazy, man.
And unfortunately, I don't think there would even be a way to like sue them or anything like that. Because if this was here, hella lawsuits going on.
Yeah.
It's too much. The way like Africa gets treated is horrible. Like that's why you send the test samples of these immunizations and these vaccines and whatever else to see what effects it might have before you then roll it out on your precious other Western nations. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thinking.
Gosh.
Man. We really.
If our government had sense as well, we wouldn't be in these predicaments.
Yeah. This is why again this is so important for us to really, you know what I mean, just have a blueprint, TMB, for us just really rolling out things that we're doing for ourselves, man. Because only us have our own interests at heart, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
word, man. TMB cereal come to your breakfast table near
I'm
you.
telling you, man.
We've got to do all of it at this point, you know. We've got to do everything. Gosh.
But yeah, that's it for deadlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, before we move on, a quick update. So Stephen is going to put that particular proof of a short advance assurance from HMRC on the pitch deck itself, so that anybody before they invest, you want that particular security that your money is going where it is we're saying it's going, or it can qualify for what we're saying it's going to be qualified for. It's going to be able to be checked on the pitch deck itself. He's doing that within the next 5 minutes.
Oh, lovely. Big up, Stephen.
Dope.
Cool.
Oh, also, let me just add something quickly. When you're actually doing your interest and all that stuff, there's a box there, like a feedback part where you can actually put in how much you want to invest. So that will prevent Stephen from having to email you to then ask you how much you're looking to invest.
Okay,
if you put it in there, your next response from him will be, okay, cool, here's the details. Input your details and then you get your shares, sort of thing, rather than the extra step.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I spoke to him yesterday about it.
Okay, so initially when it is that you click the link, you put your email and there's a feedback box on the initial page?
No, not the first page.
Precisely.
I think as you progress.
It's afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's after Stephen sends the email. And then that particular box would come up.
Oh, you mean after Stephen first gets back to him?
Yeah,
sure.
That first interaction with the UI, it doesn't have that feedback box.
Okay.
It's only afterwards. Once you're in, you have to press it again.
Okay, cool. All right, maybe I misunderstood what you were saying to me. But yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, and it's not our fault. It's CDGO's workflow. But yeah.
All right. Let's get into the reaction.
Sorry, just responding to Brent. The video you put up is an hour. Where is the pitch deck? I wanted my brother's advice, but I know he won't watch an hour-long video. So, in order to access the pitch deck, sorry, Marks, what was that?
I was saying that it's the whole thing. Like you start. Does it start from when you start thinking, innit?
Yeah, but she's.
They won't have to make it through the whole hour though, but they might as well just watch it. Sorry, go on.
See, she's asking for something specific, which is a pitch deck, right? Now, I know what you're saying. It's the explanation of what the entire thing is. But for a lot of sophisticated investors, they first want to see the pitch deck, and then if they want to know more, then they might be interested in that sitting down for an hour. So the pitch deck can be accessed when it is that you register interest in investing. You will get access to that pitch deck. You can then show your brother it from that particular access point.
Okay, and showing interest is not you investing yet.
Yeah, it's just letting us know that you're interested.
Yeah, so if you do that, then you can get the pitch deck to then show your brother.
Noreen, if you understand what I've just said, please, let me know.
Over to you, King.
Welcome to the reaction where I read out our sports headlines. Yesterday, apparently Liverpool won 1-0 at Atalanta.
Apparently.
Apparently.
It's a rumour.
I didn't see it. Allegedly, they won 1-0. But they were eliminated. So Liverpool were eliminated from Europa League, as I said they would be, despite beating Atalanta 1-0 in Bergamo, with all the damage done in the first leg as they fell to a 3-1 aggregate score. The Reds, knowing they had a mountain to climb, came flying out the traps and enjoyed the perfect start 7 minutes in when Mo Salah converted from the penalty spot to raise hopes of a historic comeback. Salah was then guilty of missing a gilt-edged chance to reduce the deficit again in the first half, attempting to loop an effort over Juan Mosso from Cody Gakpo's teasing through ball, blasting desperately wide. Jurgen Klopp had urged his players, summoning memories from Barcelona fight back in 2019, to fail in the most beautiful way. And while some of their play in the opening half, driven by the returning Trent Alexander-Arnold, was compelling, it brought only one goal, not close to being enough. Liverpool's well-documented wastefulness appears to be haunting them wherever they go, with the result compounding a particularly damaging few weeks. Klopp's frustrations clearly aimed at the way his side threw away the contest at Anfield a week ago. Liverpool have now crashed out of the FA Cup to rivals Manchester United, lost ground to leaders Man City in the title race, and exited Europe to Serie A's sixth-place side, all within a month, leaving Klopp's dream farewell hanging by a thread. All that means to me is all three teams ain't got nothing to concentrate on now about the league. Shaping up nicely. I ain't got nothing more to say about that. Yeah, Liverpool out. Good. Care about them, Burton?
Yeah. I care about football in general, to be honest.
Yeah, but Liverpool suck. And at the end of the day,
You have a different relationship with Liverpool. I don't have that relationship.
Well, 10 years of Klopp, greatest manager of all time, won Premier League. These are so great.
That's interesting.
So great. But yeah, looks like that's it from sports news.
One last thing.
Oh, there you go. Go on, take it away.
Haney and Garcia.
That this weekend?
Yeah.
What day?
20th,
Saturday?
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Which would be like Sunday early morning, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, could I get it done? I think I can get it done. All right. Yeah, Haney Garcia. We need to look for that. We'll see. We'll talk about that on Tuesday.
Yes,
we will. All right, cool. Yeah, that's the end of our sports news. Let's get into Out Ere.
No, not yet.
Right.
Wait, just let it slip.
Nah, they probably didn't clock.
Man, if it's in the
Probably
name
not.
Too busy worrying about whether I beat my kids or not.
In the name of transparency, man. This is what we
No,
do.
I don't mind it being said, but we're going to do it at the outro, but it's an inside thing that they haven't clocked onto, but it's cool.
Okay, that's all right. Let's get into our done ahead. What's a Ramsey submission? Oh, Ramsey's. Ramsey.
Ramsey's not down here. He's not about to do this to him.
Ramsey ain't
not
done it
Ramsey.
yet.
Oh.
Ramsey sent it, so I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing it's got something to do with
Palestine, more than
Palestine, potentially, or like in something in the realms of it. Let's see what we've got here, Ramsey. Let's see what you sent in. I like Ramsey as well, you know.
I know Ramsey's a good vibes, man.
Hope you're invested.
Industry. Popular singer and songwriter Lana Del Rey called Stranger Things Netflix series Fame Noah Schnapp a maggot with an F. Pardon my French, please. Lana's comment comes on the video of Noah Schnapp in TikTok, who was seen advocating peace for the unfortunate war currently waged between Israel and Palestine.
Hey guys, it's Noah. I just wanted to come on here super briefly just to discuss everything that's been going on online. I feel like my thoughts and beliefs have been so far misconstrued from anything even close to what I believe. And I wanted to just state from my heart how I feel. I only want peace and safety and security for all innocent people affected by this conflict.
However, people started calling him hypocrite and a person who only pretends to advocate peace after
Why are you talking in
backlash.
his voice?
This backlash was
SpongeBob
because
is
the video
clean.
that he uploaded previously. You can see it for yourself. After the reaction from Lana and facing brutal criticism, Noah Schnapp disabled the comment section of that video. Was Lana's reaction justified? Let us know in the comment section. Till then, hit the follow button and stay tuned for latest updates.
I think it was saying Zionism is sexy, something like that.
Yeah, because remember he got cooked bad for that at the time.
Who's this person? I should remember. they got
From
booked.
Thingy, from Stranger Things. One of them little kids that kept getting under that upside down. Or
That's one of the Stranger Things kids.
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah, no snap. I think he's the victim, the one that keeps getting got. The one that keeps putting them in the pickle.
They're getting older. That's why they look different.
Yeah, they
His
are,
hairstyle's a bit different. Ramsey's not in the chat, is it? I wanted a bit more context behind this. So basically, he said some Zionist shit.
Yeah, and basically now he's backtracking.
Now he's walking it back
Yeah, exactly.
because he's got under a lot of pressure. The other you done that as well, but he ain't walked it back yet, has he? That the one who's in Dune.
Oh, did he?
That was him.
Okay, I know he's.
He's
Wow,
had
they're
curly
getting,
hair.
they're getting old. The one that's in Dune, he said some when it was going. He said some Welsh shit in it, some Zionist shit in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
He's half Jewish, isn't it?
The main boy in
the
Dune,
main guy
the
in
white
Dune.
boy. The little-
He's French.
In who?
In June.
Dune.
You know the film?
Dune.
I haven't watched it.
Brilliant film.
Dune, is it
have a
Dune or
clue.
Dune?
Dune.
Dune. I don't have a clue.
I need to watch part 2. I need to watch part 1 again before I watch part 2, actually, because
Isn't part 1 on Netflix? It isn't it?
Yes,
I believe it came. Yeah, I've seen it on
or
there.
Amazon.
There's all different houses and tribes and some
Yeah,
Game of Thrones
yeah.
thing. You need to know what go on. Dune, it's alright though.
Part 2 sick.
Yeah.
Sick,
Should we
man.
watch it together? Should we have a movie night?
No, Margs.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What do you mean, why?
Why would you say? Why would you say it like that?
He was so offended.
Wait, why would you say it like that? I don't understand.
We don't need to have a movie night. It's okay.
No one needs to have a movie night.
But you want to have a movie night. You're so annoying. HR! I'm joking.
We ain't hiding them yet.
I know they're not here yet.
What's a film between friends? I don't understand.
So what's
No,
a
of
film
course.
between friends? That's why. That's a good one, actually.
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know.
What's a film between friends?
Are you going to cook for me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it before you lot come and start tweeting old videos and tell me that I cracked.
Oh yeah, that's why she's.
They're going to be like, she cracked over a meal.
Literally.
I'll cook. What do you want to eat?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Should I cook tonight?
I'm fasted.
Getting ahead of Lent next year.
I'm fasted till next year.
Oh, dear.
I thought Ramsey was going to call in to give me more context because I want to feel the very.
You have to say Palestine 3 times.
Yeah.
In the mirror.
Anyway.
If that phone rings, I'm going to lose it.
Palestine.
I thought that was the phone. I was like, nah.
All right. Well,
I think he's saying he's done out here for apologising, essentially.
and not for being not for apologising for being a Zionist in the first place. I reckon that's his big thing.
Being a punk.
This is egg on his face now.
Not standing on business.
Yeah, not standing on business as well.
All right. I've got a few questions just posed to me.
Okay.
I have a couple of questions about New Black.
Nice.
Sorry?
I said nice.
Nice.
Will mixed race investors be accepted? Will you have mixed race employees?
Yep. And yep.
This one happens when we mix white drinks.
White people will be. White investors are going to be accepted, and if they're best in class, we might have some white employees too. Somewhere along the line. No, janitors, whatever it may be, that, you know.
Did you just say Jana?
No, not me. This is the inclusive platform.
Oh, we're joking. It's all jokes, guys. Of
Yeah, it's
course.
all
No,
jokes. This is a very-
I'm still laughing at Jana.
Show me the white money.
This is a very inclusive platform, and obviously,
Yeah,
we
man, it's
are
all
here,
different.
like, and black people are at
Absolutely.
the forefront of our hearts, and this is what we're
Yeah.
doing. This is for our community and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
we are the culture, and there's a lot of people that are influenced
Exactly.
and in love with our culture.
Yeah.
And it's for everybody.
Yeah.
This is an inclusive
Yeah.
platform. Like, it's not just for black people. I'm guessing there's not just black people that watch this.
No, it's
What I'm
not.
trying to say. Obviously, we're just unapologetic within our blackness because this is what the platform's here for. We're here to
Absolutely.
be ourselves, but everybody's welcome.
Period.
All one and all. Come
Exactly.
one and all.
A mix of people are half black
Yeah, for sure.
and they get discriminated against regularly.
You get me? And when it's Bob Marley and Obama, they black.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Malcolm.
just be great. Malcolm, yeah, just be great and you'll be fine.
Exactly. Greatness is it.
Also, imagine I quit my job 2 days before your announcement. The stars aligned. Please, if you need a call center manager, keep me in your thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, definitely let us know. You keep us in your thoughts as well.
Straight.
So,
All right, well, that Zionist is done out here. Let's get into our outro.
Update.
The mixed race employees will only be part time though.
You know, Greek is just such a menace. Greek is such a menace.
Greek said he got the email from Stephen. He hasn't responded yet. You better start responding, bro. Sending that investment, man. Anyway, the page, the pitch page now has now been updated.
Wonderful.
It's on the second to last page. The advance assurance proof. To view details, they would have to download the file though, because the writing is quite small. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Wonderful.
Sorry, Esther.
Big up Stephen. No, it's all right. Big up Stephen. You're not gonna big up Stephen, everybody?
All the time.
yeah, of course, 100%, man.
All the
Stephen
time.
Ops. Well, thank you guys for tuning in as always. Thank you for the lovely questions as well. I'm glad you guys were sending questions, and
Yes.
like we said, I hope Brent answered that to all your
Yeah.
satisfaction.
I wonder how Ramsey's gonna feel when we take some of that Jewish money though.
We're the black Jews, though, isn't it? So
yeah,
it's all right. All my family, my black Jewish family, are gonna come along, and they're the ones giving the money.
Yeah, we might need to get the HR over the weekend. That needs to be the first hire. That needs to be the first on the to-do list. Priority. Damn. But no, we do appreciate you guys. So if you've got any more questions, please feel free to email the day after at thenewblack.com or DM on Instagram the day after TNB on Instagram and on Twitter. What else? You can also message the TDA phone if that helps you. 07564841073, and all the questions will be answered on the next episode. Just for transparency, because people might have the same questions, haven't sent them in, all that great stuff. Yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that goodness. Follow us on social media as well, the day after TNB, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. What else is there? Yes, we will not be here on Monday due to unforeseen circumstances. I hate people say stuff like that, due to unforeseen circumstances. Every circumstance in life is unforeseen. My next minute is unforeseen. Anyways, we're not going to be here on Monday due to some things, but we'll be back here on Tuesday. But if you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, you want to send your dilemmas in, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Don't forget as well, the video yesterday explaining everything that's going on with The New Black is separate, has been split up on YouTube. And so you are more than welcome to share that with people and drop on your timelines and all that great stuff. And like Brent said, if you show what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to explain how to get the pitch deck.
Register your interest.
That's it, register your interest.
In order to access the pitch deck.
Yes. And as Steven said, download it and it will come up in text that your eyes can read. That's it, right?
Sounds about it.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.
Peace.